All right, hello. It's a bit late, fellas. But we are here. Just give me a second. Just to start things up. If you've already summoned, though, hope you got something good. If you haven't, good luck. We're going to summon in a few minutes. It's going to be I want to say short stream today, but we'll see how it goes. I might try and stay live until the dev comments in like 2 to 3 hours. But I don't know how deep I want to go in this banner. Maybe just like 5 steps. We'll see. We go until we get one, hopefully. I boot up the game. Masaki first step, GG. We are not doing 25 steps, I'll tell you that right now. I'll tell you that right now. Oh, and we got new 5-star plus accessories. We'll check them out in a sec. Right, let me just do that. Turn that up. We should be good to go. Welcome, fellas. Yes, sir. Let's make sure it's right. I think we are good. All right. Let's see what the news is real quick. New 5-star plus, just killers, stickers. Okay, fair enough. Makes sense. And the anniversary ones. Cool. I think at this point, most accessories, we kind of know what they're going to be getting. Besides, like... I actually don't know what else. Like, what? Maybe Golden Chappies, like, last? That we don't know what we'll be getting? Because we know what Fortification Pool is going to get. We know what the night items are going to get. Alright. You like a DJ? Hey, we take that. We take that. Alright, fellas. Summon time. We're going to do summons. First up, let's do the free multi. I guess best case scenario in this selection would be a 1000-year Blood War swimsuit Bambi. Or any of the Bambies. We'll take him. We're highly bold. Not entirely what I want. So it's a multi. Anniversary rookie. Oh my god. Oh. Imagine that was full. Oh. Okay, damn. None but anniversary characters is what I'm getting right now. That's getting crazy. Hold on. Do that. Alright. Let's just skip it. Only one. That's fine. That's fine. So, the plan right now is to not go too deep, because obviously your anniversary's coming up. We don't want to, you know, be caught with 0 orbs. We also know what's potentially after anniversary, so we need to save some orbs. We need to save some orbs. But I like me and Yoruichi. I wouldn't mind getting Masaki and Naoto. Even if I don't personally don't have much use for them, I still like just collecting new characters. So that'll be a reason for me to summon. But also, in terms of the filler pool here, I would love to get Nemu dupes, and I don't have Usane. So, if we get a 5-star, it's like, what, 6 in 9 chance to be something of value? Because the other 3 characters here really aren't doing anything. So, we'll summon until we get 1, maybe go to step 5, 7 at max. Maybe step 10, we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully not. Because step number 1, whoa... Oh, I was going to say we're getting a fake out. Nah. Alright, first multi the dud. Who's better for GQ, Giselle or Yoruichi? Should be Yoruichi. She's more built for GQ. She has frenzy free. But I think you might want to use both. Fake out on step number 2. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I was kind of hoping to get something by step 2 and not do more than the discounts, but damn. Okay. Con multi? Listen, I'm on a massive dry streak right now. I'm on a massive dry streak because I did a multi for my Yuri on its individual banner. I've got this banner still here. I didn't summon on this, but I did 2 multis here. This banner's still up? Oh, it's been extended? Ah, okay. That's good. I was thinking because last year's this lasted all the way until the 10th anniversary or the 9th anniversary. But yeah, I did 2 multis here. So I'm on an absolute dry streak. What we gotta do now? We gotta bark to summon Yoruichi. Ooh. Ugh. Ah. I know I said I wanted to limit myself here, but bro, if we do like 5 multis and I get 1 5-star and it's New Year's Rukia, ain't no way. All right, we gotta do the game ourselves, Molly. Oh! Ain't no way, blood! Ain't no way! What the hell? That was the last thing I was expecting. On a swimsuit summons. Are you mad? Are you mad? Not the big Hachi. Alright. We actually hit the unfeatured. Here's what it is. Damn, I'm about to do step 5 already, and nothing to show for it. It's fine. All we need is step 5. We don't need any more than that. We don't need any more than that. Come on. Oh, we actually got the New Year's Rukia. Oh, no way. Not like this. Not like this. Surely there's a 2-in-1 here. Surely there's a 2-in-1 here. It's summer. It's summer, not New Year's. What's going on? What is going... Oh, no. Ah, this is terrible. This is terrible. Listen, we're sacrificing our summons for Anniversary Rukia next month. Right, please make it so I don't have to go under 8k. Fake out. Last chance, come on. Oh, oh, oh. Come on. Ain't no way. Ain't no way, blood. What's going on? What's going on? Not like this. Not like this. Do we have to do another convoy? The banner's not for me. We might just call it quits after set. But I don't like summoning and not having anything to show for it. It's fine. This multi's the last one and we're done here. Eee! No! Ah! Ah! We gotta do step 12. We gotta keep going. We gotta keep going. They're testing me here. I shouldn't be summoning, but we're summoning. Fake out. There we go. Yoruichi, please. Let me be done. What banner am I summoning on? What banner am I summoning on? Are you mad? Rangy Hashigan. And a New Year's Rukia, blood. Is there no one else in this banner? Is there no one else in this banner? Am I going crazy? What's going on? Rangy. Please. Fake out. Please. Just not anyone but Ruki and Hashigan, man. Okay, we got Nemu. We finally got a decent duplicate. Unfortunately, like the one I probably wanted the least. We'll take it. We'll take it. Again, wrong season. I'm here for swimsuit baddies. And I'm getting nothing but New Year's and Christmas. Now, an Orime fake out means 1 5-star. Always the chance we could get 2, but likely, let's just skip because it's an Orime. Alright, so this has not been worth it. I might have been better off just summoning on the Byakuya banner, in all honesty. But, hey, step 10. They play hard to get, but they're finally going to give me a Yoruichi. Here we go. Oh, we're getting all the... I'm getting the good fillers, but like... I'm finally getting the good fillers, but it's the 2 I had. There's 4 characters I'm missing. Come on. 2 in 1. Shout out to Frosty Lords. That's a crazy name. This is not the old account. No. We dropped that account. I guess it's not a happy time for me, fellas. Not today. Not on Brave Souls. I don't get to celebrate summer with you lads. Because I'm getting nothing but... Please! Please let me get 1. Oh! Oh, it's over. It's done. It's done. All right, last Molly. This was not worth it. I should have slept in. I should have slept in. Psych! We woke up early for Yoruichi. I'm smiling through the pain. I'm smiling through the pain. I'm actually very heartbroken. Man. That sucks, man. That sucks. Like, it's been a minute. It's been a minute since I've summoned and not got anything. But it happens. There we go. I'm not a Killer Spy. At least not yet. Maybe I did it on purpose. So we don't call me a Killer Spy next month when we summon for the anniversary. But yeah, that sucks. We're not going any more than that. I went way too deep on a banner that I quite frankly just didn't even need to summon on. I thought I'd test my luck, summon for my favorite character, Yoruichi. Couldn't even get Masaki. Couldn't even get Masaki. Actually, not even like would have done nothing on my account. I like the Nemu dupes, but that's pretty much all we got. So that's all we got. Too many Nemus. Too many Rukias, unfortunately. Like an Isani would have been nice. I'm salty if you can't tell. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. But hey, sometimes you win. Sometimes you don't. Unfortunately for us, we didn't win. We didn't win. Check the summons. Damn! Second step? To be fair, your orb count, bro. You kind of deserve that. No wonder we didn't get anything, fellas. Look at Dragon over here. The greed sickens me. The greed sickens me. A sweep on step 2. All 3 characters. How greedy. Way to ruin someone's day at 8 AM? Exactly. Yeah, that sucks. I'm super sorry. I'm super sorry here. I'm not gonna lie. I thought I'd at least get one of them in 12 steps, you know. Why is there only one summon filler? It's because Swimsuit, Bambi, and Menina were like thrown into so many banners over the last couple of months. I think they were recently available in a banner. Not like it would have made any better. Like, hypothetical, if, it would have made the banner better, actually. 100%. But, like, if you replaced Momo and made Hime with, like, the 2 Swimsuit characters that should have been here, I still would have got 3 Rukias, bro. I mean, I have 7 KOs. We're chilling. Although spending 2 KOs for nothing, you know, no matter the orb count, that's going to hurt, you know. So what do we get here? 3 Rukias. Is that it? You got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 8 5-stars though in 10 multis. That's not bad, like quantity wise, but quality wise, it's absolutely poor. We got 3 off-fillers, 3 Rukias, and then 2 Nemus. The Nemus is cool. I'll take the Nemus, but yeah, it's not like I'm overly excited for it, you know. I need to get a focus up. But I kind of wish the swimsuit, not swimsuit, Christmas Nemu was in this banner. Sorry, Christmas Retsu. Because I also need that. But let me know your summons went, fellas. Because mine did not go too good. But hopefully, that means next month is better. That's the main one, you know. And all I'm saying is, everywhere I go, I'm seeing this character's face. Showed up 3 times today. 3 times today. You go to Epic Raids. Bang, there's a Rukia, huh? You go to the point event. You go to the point event. Hold on. You go to the point event. Where is she? There's a Rukia. Is that... Bro, are Kayla telling us ahead of time that we're getting a Rukia for anniversary? 2 more steps. Nah, it's just not worth at this point. I kind of summoned 2 for the bonuses. Even though I don't need to because I have a Aizen at 5-star and 6-star. But the hope was to feed Aizen. And just hopefully get a second bonus here. But nah, nothing. So. Alright, well listen, let's do some crop. Let's do some epic raids. Let's get off of summoning here. It's better that way for us. Let's see. So we have... Is this mind only? Mind, technique, and... Oh, they're all available. Well, I'm going to assume most people have Orihime. Sorry, Yoruichi. So let's do Yoruichi. Let's do Yoruichi runs. So feel free to join. I will be using Senju... I don't know. Well, yeah, I guess I'll be using Senjumaru. What did you get in the free multi? I think we got SWIMSUIT Halibo. Now the only new lead GQ-based witnessing is ranged human. I've not been... If you're talking about, like, GQ skills, I've not been keeping track of that. But, yeah. I mean, based on the Guild Quest schedule... let me pull that up real quick. Again, based on the Guild Quest schedule, I'm kind of blocking the... I'm going to do this. So, surprisingly, Squad 0 didn't get a new character, despite the final boss, I think, upcoming is a technique character. Well, I think it was speed, implying technique, but we aren't getting a new character. But we did get the ranged Soripa. Sun's rerunning soon. That means the other Trez Besta rerunning soon. New Year's Ichigo Senjumaru are going to rerun in like 2 weeks' time, so that's something to keep in mind. Human, Sturmritter, Aranka, and no affiliation should be seen during the anniversary. I've not yet to update it, but this Espada melee killer is for Masaki's individual. But yeah, we should be getting a ranged human killer for part 1 anniversary. And potentially a melee Sturmritter killer, which I actually want, but maybe not for anniversary unless they have 2 killers. Ranged Aranka is someone that I know a lot of people desperately and definitely want, because Bambietta right now is the main lead, and she's kind of mid. So that'll be part 2. Likewise with no affiliation. And then Magic Society is returning. Mid-month August should be a melee human, Range Quincy, and then Full Hollow and Okiro are returning. And then end of month, which is potentially, if you've seen the leak, don't speak about that, by the way, it should be melee Aranka and Range no affiliation. So again, I want to say some also that. I guess I'm Mila Rose right now. Okay, let's do that. Neck-based spreadsheets? Allow it. Allow it. 21 days in the appointment. Yeah, we got quite a while. That's why I wanted 2 bonuses. I didn't want to keep Aizen at 5-star for that long. But I guess I got to. It's fine though. We got the better. We got the better female. My Queen Mila Rose. Not too bad. This is the awakened one, right? I mean, Yoruichi does a lot of damage, so that's why. We're going to breeze through this. Look at all of you with Yoruichi. How greedy. How greedy. I guess we could try and do all difficulties. But for the time being, let's just do a couple speed runs. That way we could just get the orbs real quick and get the main items. Mini Stamina and Range Aranka, huge for everyone. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I preferably I don't want part 1 anniversary to be a Stamina killer. But in terms of the, 40% killers, or I guess in this case 60% because they have killer plus. Damn, a max transcended Yoruichi? But I think Stammer to kill melee is probably the best one that we can do. Because we don't need a ranged Espada. We just got Aaroniero. We don't need a ranged Squad Zero. We just got full Hollow Ichigo. Melee Squad Zero. I feel like we recently just got a character. I'm kind of forgetting someone. Am I forgetting someone? It's not... Wait. Mini Squad Zero? Who's that? I'm having an absolute brain fart right now. Alright, Mayuri. Yeah, we just got Mayuri. We have Rukia. Range Squad Zero, we have Ichigo. Range Sternritter, we just got Byakuya. Melee Sternritter, though, we have no Killer Plus unit. Little Toto is decent, but she does need the support from Ichigo. But we have no Killer Plus unit. Sorry, Stat Zone Plus unit, right? That can go with Ichigo. And then, yeah, Ranger Sparta, we have Aaroniero. Melee Sparta, we have Kenpachi. Range Captain, we have now Aizen. And then Melee Captain, we have Senju and Unohana. So, like, we're kind of set on the 60%, 40% PvP killers, as one would call it. So right now, Melee Stam Rated is like the weakest one. No Little Tom Bambi has mid anyway, yeah. How dare Kayla give you 2 Yoruichis instead of Misaki? Bro, can't we complain about 2 Yoruichis, bro? You go in for the individual, though, if you want to do that. Is there any way to get 5,000 orbs before anniversary while free to play? In the course of a month, if you're a veteran, no. If you're a newer player that has like a bunch of story left over, sub-stories, yeah. We should get around 2,000 orbs from now to anniversary. Will you do individual summons? Probably not. Probably not. I don't like individual summons, to be honest, but we'll see. I mean, if my summons go well on anniversary, sure, but again, we know, like for me, when it comes to anniversary part 1, it's 25 steps. Anniversary part 2 is 25 steps. Unless I somehow walk away with all 3 of them max transcended. Tournament part 2, or, but I'm assuming there's 2 characters part 1. Unless I walk away with all characters max transcended in like 15 steps, then I'm done, right? But more likely, I'm going to do 25 steps here. For the anniversary. Part 1 and 2. So that's 11,000 orbs I need. It's 11,000 orbs. And then again, there's also end of month August that we need to save for as well. Which likely is another 5,000. I need like 16,000 orbs. Why no GQ videos nowadays? It's because like, I don't know why. I like streaming GQ. But like, bro, even now it's... Listen, the UK... Oh, let me turn it down. The UK heat is something else, man. I'm boiling right now. I'm boiling right now. And it's only like 8 in the morning. So... I haven't streamed the last week because of that. And in regards to videos too, it's like I've been more focused on other videos, but we'll go back to the GQ schedule. New one starts today, so we might upload that later. Try out Yoruichi on someone else's account because I ain't got. Is the first slot on Anima Breaker ready for... No, it's for, Go Ishin. If you have Ishin, go Ishin. But it's for, Byakuya. Did you forget the tier list? Again, Tier list in particular, we could do on stream. Like now, in the next hour or so, when we finish everything. But, again, tier list streams are like 3 hours long, and the heat has been terrible. The heat has been killer. And I think it's getting worse this week. I probably could have done it a couple days ago. There was a few, like, days where it wasn't as hot. But now it's coming hot again, so it's like, damn. Use your admin access to give everyone 5 kills. I need 5 kills, bro. What are you doing about the point event? Without bonus? I have bonus. I have 2 Eisens. So I didn't need to summon. And not like I summoned for bonuses anyway, but like that was one reason too for me to summon. But I still have 2 Eisens. So we're going to keep those Eisens unfused. Everyone's got your Luigi, blood. It's going to be 33 today? Yeah. Like, so what I need to do is finish my videos in the next like 4 hours. And then be gone for the rest of the day. First step, little Tom. GG. I kind of forgot she was in the banner, I can't lie. I kind of forgot who else was in the banner. Because all I got is Rukias. But you want me here? You want me complaining about Rukia next month? Hopefully, right? Also, yeah, Limit Breaker's die, right? We can probably run that in a few minutes. 12 steps. 1 Yoruichi, 3 Lotos, 1 Misaki. That hurts reading that, can't I? Because I did 12 steps. And got none of that. But GG. It's 2 AM and it's only 2 degrees cooler. I like 2 AM's kind of crazy. But again, I don't need to go with it. I'm not sure about other countries, right? But UK, man. No AC. Fans help a bit, but, you know, not all the time. I got a decent fan, though. House is keeping the heat. The humidity. Regardless of the reasonings. It's too hot, blood. It's too hot, blood. And then right now with me streaming, I have all these lights on me. Ooh. You know what it cooled me down, though? Aaroniero. But nothing. I got my gaming stuff to cool me down. Actually, hold on. I got my Jono. Oh, my Jono gaming stuff to cool me down. I got a Jolene cup downstairs, but I like the colors in this bell. It kind of matches with the mic. Is no AC normal in the UK? Yeah. I know when I was back in school. Not that long ago, by the way. But the IT class was like the only place that had AC in the school, so like we were in there every day. I mean, we did IT, so we were in there all the time anyway. But more reason to be in there, you know. Yeah, I mean AC. You'll have AC in like shops and stuff, but you know, not in houses. Unfortunately, all the Yoruichi right now are sweepers. No, for Mamita Rose. We need Arankas in this lobby. Damn. You know, it's kind of surprising, you know. Not like, it's not that big of a deal, in all honesty, right? I can remember 30 years ago. It always fun. It's kind of mad how many characters we haven't gotten yet from certain banners, certain like events in Blood War. Even though we're about to get season 3 units, and we've yet to get a Bankai Yama, a Bankai Rose, Yachiru. I mean, Yachiru's kind of like a whatever, not a whatever character. But I was kind of looking forward to a Yachiru. Because she was part of the original 14 manga characters, right? Manga characters. First 14 rounds. First 4 rounds even, right? She was round 2. And she got done dirty. More dirty than Byakuya. Probably to this day, while she's not the most hyped character, probably the most shafted Blood War character of all time. Like, that was, what they did with her was terrible. At least Byakuya had a decent killer. And we haven't gotten that yet. We haven't got Nyanzol. We haven't got Gwenoli. Because at least they do something. Like, I know there's the other, you know, characters that Kenpachi killed. What's the name? Benice. Jerome and, like, the other Lloyds. Like, they're kind of whatever. But, like, Gwenoli, I think, would be, it'll be a decent mid-month banner. Like, Yashu and Gwenoli. It'll be funny, too. He would be classed in the Quincy, right? Well, Pineda not being here is not, like, that surprising. Because him and Gerard are core 3 characters. But technically, they could have gotten a core 2 character. So I'm curious to see what they're going to do. Are we going to get core 3? Pineda and Gerard first? And then, like, later on, just get a core 2 character? That'd be weird, right? I mean, like, it happened with Ichigo, to be fair. We had True Shika before bring back high, so you know what happens. Is anyone else missing a Senkaman affiliation? The soap one is out. Is it gone? No, they're all here. Maybe restart your game? Right, how many do we have here? How much is this? So for me, when it comes to... You get a lot of medals nowadays, though. Glad you take those, man. We need Essence Scrolls, bro. I'm hoping that new card quest has something to do with these. Because it is outrageous right now. So that's me pretty much done. We take those 30, though. We're getting there. I have 4,600 tickets right now. So last bit of grinding. Only need 400 more to get my goal. Sorry, but we'll do a few more runs. Should you use your 9k for this banner? It's definitely not a banner you have to summon on. If you like the character, just go for it. If not, you're chilling. You're chilling. If anything, save your orbs for part 1 and 2 of the anniversary. That's what I'd recommend. What does your Luigi's EX do? It gives it a 50% spiritual pressure boost. So, real quick. So for those that are wondering, when Kenpachi and Kenpachi and Ichigo, when they use their EX boost, it's a 100% increase. So when they have the 80% SP boost and then they use that EX move, it gives them a 360% spiritual pressure boost increase. Quite high. Luigi's 50%. So when she has that SP boost active, you use the EX, you get 270%. So it is less than what Kenpachi and Ichigo get. But, you know, it's kind of fine. You know, she's an end of month character. Those two, Kenpachi and Ichigo, are end of year, anniversary. It's kind of fair they have the better one. Because it is quite a broken skill. But I'm curious to see how Luigi is going to perform now. Because of that skill. How many points did you farm last PP? I've been like 50 mil. Not a lot. I didn't spend orbs. Just tickets. And the tickets I had, I saved up a few extra amount. Because the previous point event, I didn't have any bonuses. So I was just playing it. No spending tickets. And then the assumption was that I was hoping to get 2 bonus characters for mid-month and end of month. Which I ended up getting 2 Eisens. So when that's carrying me. That's carrying me. Miz got 57.8. Yeah, it's crazy. I got 56. It's hard to get. For me, I don't know what it is. The 56 I got super easy though. I'll say that. But 57 is like, bro, I can't stop them fast enough. Maybe my hands can't move quick enough. Even on console. It's kind of crazy. We are due a Lloyd Roids? Yeah, I'm down for that. It'd be funny if it's just Yuha. Like, the artwork is Yuha. The character is Yuha. The song is Yuha. But the name just says Lloyd. That'd be really funny. Like, nothing about the character is Lloyd but the name. So, we'll take that. That'd be really cool. In fact, hold on. We might already have him in game. Who's to say the UI we have right now isn't Lloyd? You know? Oh, the Quincy affiliation would be a nice touch. That'd be a nice touch. Bankayama's going to be safe. We're probably going to be end of year. Listen. End of year Shunsui Bankai. Yama Bankai. Oh. Because we've seen now they've been mixing matching banners. Like, not every character. You know, a banner you think would make sense together doesn't happen. You know, we all thought Renji, Mask, and Rose would be in a banner. They were all separate. Not a single one of them was together. And that's fine. They get put with other characters that maybe make sense. You know, Rukia, Renji, Byakuya was a pretty solid banner in my opinion. In terms of character choicing, right? So there's no guarantee Shunsui will be paired with Lige and also Nanao. Even if it makes sense. But, you know, a Bankai Yama and Bankai Shunsui banner for end of year would be crazy. And that third character, whoever it is, can be Brave Bells. I don't care. Let it be Lige. But yeah, man, if we ever got a Bankai Yama, Bankai Shunsui banner, that'd be more hype than Shunsui with Nanao and Lige, in my opinion. I know not everyone's, like, excited for a Yama. But at this point, it's been long enough. At this point, it's been long enough. Like, we're talking our last Bankai Yama was 2 years ago. You know, whenever we brought up Yama, within the last couple of so years, it's like, you don't need one, he just got one. Even though the last technically Bankai Yama, that it would be, like, remaking, renewed version, would be, like, 3 years ago at this point. It's been long enough. The last Yama we got was, like, a past version. Just saw the generational shaft? Yeah. Unfortunate. But we still got 7k orbs. I saw some capture rate deals. I can probably get back to 8k. So not too bad. Is it possible for Bankai Yama and Shunsui be run too? Yeah, it's possible. Maybe not Bankai Yama. I don't know. It would feel weird. I know I want a Bankai Yama and Shunsui banner. But I feel like it's our first core 3 banner. All characters should be from core 3. You know? Not just 2 or 1. For our first core 3 banner. So if we were to get Bankai Shunsui, it would probably have to be with, you know, Shunsui, Lige, Nanao for part 2. But I probably would be more excited. And then again, you know, forget the technicalities. I would be more excited for a Bankai Yama and Shunsui. Because they're definitely saving him. Like, they did it for Bankai Ichigo. Like, we knew they skipped over him for a reason. It's weird in terms of the order, but, like, who cares at that point? We all like us a Bankai Ichigo. And it was worth the way his animations were great. They best cook up with Yama. How do we dodge this attack? Oh, 2 Yoruishis? How greedy. There we go. Honor Salvation renewed version? I was actually thinking yesterday, bro. It's a bit sad. And there will be a timeline in 2026 where Bleach is done. The anime is over. Unless they do announce a continuation, Country World, whatever, movie. You know, even if we get the chapters, the Hell Arc. It's like, damn. We're like, it's the end, you know? Like, Bleach is almost done. I only got into, I was briefly read the manga, like, up to, like, the Ikaku fight. I think before BBS came out. But, like, ever since I became, like, a proper Bleach fan, when BBS came out, ever since, like, the whole end goal was always to get the anime back. And we finally got it back, and it's almost done. If you haven't seen it, we're going to be getting a key visual, I think, of the final season. In, like, 5 days' time. It's like, man, where does time go? That's crazy. But with that, you know, I was feeling like, damn, I can't wait to see, like, final fight stuff in BBS. In terms of artwork and animation. It's going to be crazy. Can you imagine a Honor Salvation Ichigo? Even though we've technically already gotten that, you know, years ago, right? But, like, final fight stuff is going to be crazy. That's why I'm kind of hoping, if it's possible, a length Annie. A length Annie, I want it to be canon, and I want it to be Final Fight Part 1. Like, give me an Ichigo Yuha. That's what I want. But that can only happen if it comes out soon. And by soon, like, within the next 6 months. Oh, sorry about that. I'm a bit gassy. You gotta go step 25 for your waifu? Hey. You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do. There's an alternate timeline out there where there's no pity in this game after 9 years. And you could have got nothing. Since when did she have the barriers? Are we just beginning fast? Damn. You are Ichigo, Aizen will go crazy, that's what I'm saying. Make that part 1 Annie. Make it part 2 if you want to do a free character ban. But then, again, the unfortunate thing with Braces, right, is we always have to get a Brave Battle character. So, like, you can't even do a hype free character banner for, like, part 2. Because one of them has to be Brave Battles, you know? Maybe, hypothetical, a length Annie. If part 2 was to be Final Fight Yuha, Aizen, Ichigo, make part 1 the Brave Battle character. At that point, I don't care. You know? Maybe make him an SP Brave Battle unit, so that way they're actually good in and out of Brave Battles. But, like, I want those 3 characters to all be perfect. Original UR will be cool? Yes. I'd be down for that too. I'm down for an anniversary Yuha in general. Whether that's canon or original, you know. 9k is a lot, you know. Let's get that, though. We need those. You can never get enough sword buying. Right, that's all I seem to be buying. Like, these I'm kind of chilling in. 11k, 17. 9k is fine. 8k is fine. 10k is fine. 9k. 11. 11k. 12k. Alright, sorted. That is us pretty much. Yeah. We'll do a few more runs on Epic Race. We might jump to the co-op quest. Real quick, what is the mission? Very hard. Alright. So feel free to join if you want to do the challenges yourselves. We're going to go ahead and do each one on very hard now. Just to get the event orders out of the way. Are you still on your alt account? Nah, we don't have an alt anymore. I've kind of trashed it. I'm just going to get a new one. Probably start it around the 10th anniversary. How many good banners are coming? Not to pull out the spreadsheet. But we're pulling out the spreadsheet. So. Mira Rose, Sun, and Apache are returning. We never know what the fillers are going to be, but likely if you like the characters, you might want to summon on it. But the next big banner, and it's a rerun, is going to be End of Year Ichigo, Senjumaru, and Asuka returning right before the anniversary. They're going to be on the 14th. 14 onwards. So literally right before the anniversary, they'll return. They might be here while we get end of month, or not end of month, but anniversary Bankai Live. So you could probably wait and see what the anniversary is before summoning. But that's kind of unknown right now. Then obviously July 23rd onwards, we have the anniversary. Then we have part 1, part 2. Then we have part 3 a month later. Or not part 3, but we have a big banner coming on August. There's a lot of big banners coming, but also a lot of good reruns too, because you have Ichigo and Senjumaru, you have Magic Society, and then you also have Full Hollow Ichigo and Okio returning too. So, you know, be it a rerun or a new banner, you want orbs. And while I don't think anniversary, post-anniversary is going to be as crazy as last year. You know, last year we had the anime rerun or airing at the same time, and maybe the pattern is that when the anime is airing, we get nothing but Blood War every 2 weeks. You know, last year, for example, every 2 weeks after anniversary, besides one mid-month banner, was 1000 Year Blood War. I don't think they're going to do that this year, because there's no anime, but it's not going to slow down. Like, obviously, you want to save orbs for anniversary. But you also want orbs for post-anniversary. Which is why I shouldn't have done 10 steps today. But, hey, that's what it is. Alright, lads. Someone just asked, what was the leak? Again, we're not really here to speak about it on the stream, just in case someone hasn't watched the video and they want to stay behind the scenes. But there you go. 5 days ago. This one here. Just click on this video. And you'll see it. We don't officially know the day for that banner, but likely it's going to be August end of month. Right, next up, Mind Only. Again, very hard, so it's going to be super quick. Unpopular opinion, we get more use out of Brave Battle characters than normal SP unit. It's one of the reasons why if someone I like, it depends on the character. It really depends on the character. But like, if someone ends up being a Brave Battle character and I like them, I don't dislike it fully. Because I am using them daily. I get what you mean. I get what you mean. Man, I love Misaki's swimsuit design. It is good. It is good. It's a shame she's the NAD character. So I guess in Misaki's case, right? She's an NAD unit for GQ. I'd rather her be a Brave Battle unit than a GQ NAD unit. Because you're basically the same type of character. The only difference is your skills. I'd rather, you know, use you daily in Brave Battles than use you maybe once a week. Once every few months. Nice and easy. SP units have more use? I would probably, yeah, agree. The SP units are more fun in general. You can actually just use them and have fun. Can't really do that with Brave Battle characters most of the time. But in terms of like a NAD unit, like we jokingly said, like, because Giselle's gotten 2 really good characters thus far, her next character is probably going to be a Brave Battle character or a NAD unit. I'd rather Giselle be a Brave Battle unit than a GQ NADs. They don't need to spam Blood War to make a post-annie hype? Yeah. They've, to be fair, this year, thus far, they've been doing a decent job spreading out. Every 2 months, it's quite literally been cycling every end of month. End of month 1, January, was seasonals. No, it was canon. It was Esnot, Nanana, and Driscoll. Not the most exciting banner, but still, you know, for an end of month January, it was pretty cool. Month after that was a seasonal. Month after that was Tres Bestia. Month after that was a seasonal. A month after that was canon. A month after that right now is seasonals again. So they're doing pretty good balancing out the canon with the seasonals. Because a month now, next month is going to be original, potentially, right? And canon for part 2. And then a month after that, assuming that leak is end of month August, it's another seasonal again. So it's always going to be kind of weird, actually, that we're about to get Core 3. We're going to get one core free banner and not get another for another 2 months. Unless we get mid-month core free banners. But our next core free banner after anniversary should be, what, September end of month? I think is the pattern. Attack boost makes sense for Starters Plus, and why they haven't made it. I agree. I made a video at the start of the year saying Starters Plus can revive Nad units because now it gives them a reason to get an SP boost, so attack boost. But surprisingly, they've not gone it yet, even though like a lot of characters have had an increased status chance. So this will be soon, yeah. But maybe they're waiting for it. Maybe it's they know it's coming. It's going to be a power creep eventually. We'll see. But I don't know. Granted, if they have the increased talisman chance, it's fine. But I don't know if I want more RNG added to my Gyokos runs. You know? Would I prefer an attack boost, or would I prefer just flurry free? I feel like I prefer flurry free. That way there's less RNG in my runs. But I'll take anything. Any way to get more damage out of my Nad units, you know. Not too bad. When does Sun will run? She should be in the first week of July. Let me just double check. So her GQ is going to be available on the 7th of July. So when that's active, she should be out. They also want you to use it in slot 2 of Limit Breaker. So yeah, she'll be here within a week. I think it's true. I have to skip part 2. I mean, you might. I'm not. I'll be summoning them both. But yeah, it's not a bad idea. Which is why, again, as a content creator, not like I have any say over the man. I would like it if a leak like that could be could have stayed low key and not got spoiled. But on the benefit, on the bright side, now you know it's coming. You have 2 months to save. All right, last run. Vote banner October? Maybe, you know. I forgot about the vote banner. Yeah, so potentially, if not like they have to keep the pattern. We could get back-to-back Blood War or back-to-back seasonals. But yeah, maybe that's the pattern. So end of month July, part 2 will be 1000 Year Blood War. A month after that, it's the leaked banner. Seasonal. A month after that, Blood War. A month after that, the vote banner? But maybe not. Because how, bro, this vote banner, they said they were working on them in December. We now know it's going to be Orient Society and Spirit Society. Like how, damn, I just T-pose. How long do we have to wait, you know? What's the leak? Go on my channel. Go back 5 days ago. And you'll see. Let's just keep it out of the discussion in terms of what it is. For those that maybe don't want to be spoiled. Spy contract hasn't been renewed yet? That is crazy. That is crazy. We got some Limit Breaker. Let's do some LBQ. Damn, is construction going on right now? What's going on? Hopefully that's not too loud. Do you consider Kid a small gaming company? Yeah. Part 2's been leaked? Not really. Again, the thing with leaks is it's a lot of rumors. And a lot of names get thrown about that it kind of muddles with the actual leaks. So you'll never know. Just to throw it out there too, right? Because the ban has already happened. This end of month was said to be a 4-character banner. So, that obviously didn't happen. And there was a bunch of names before the banner came out. It was going to be this character, that character, this character, and it didn't end up being those characters. So, unless you have artwork of the characters, whenever you hear leaks, just take it as rumors and just like, you know, predictions essentially. Because a lot of times, real leaks get muddled with rumors and just random names. Man like Tony, bro, how you doing, bro? In case you're wondering, my summons didn't go well. We are not fortunate this year on the swimsuit banner. Right, so slot number 1, we are going to use Giselle. Is that drilling super loud, by the way? Giselle, Grammy, and then Ishin slot 3. How many steps did you do? 12? I did like 5 more steps than I wanted to, I'll be honest. You think we'll ever get 3 stat elements? Probably not. We've kind of regressed in terms of stat elements because now we've gone back to 1. Hold on. But I think eventually we'll get like double statism and plus, but probably never 3. The closest thing to 3 you'll get is like Senjumaru, where she has like 3 different statisms. Right, Giselle set. Oh, we have 3 characters here in it. 2 technique characters actually. Do I have 2 technique? Oh, I do. We hear it. Yeah, it's kind of hopefully it relaxes soon. Nah, it's a neighbor apparently. I don't know what that drilling is. Try Aizen. We can try a few different characters. This is like the most. I feel like this is like one of the more flexible limit breakers that we've gone. I feel like there's a decent set of characters we can use here. 5-5 GG or 1-5 Yoruichi? Probably Yoruichi. She gets all the bonuses. Probably go with these 3 links for Grammy. I gotta make sure I get in the long stride though, so we have to go back after. Unan Abundant is GQ? Or Limit Breaker? Yeah, I would assume so. Right, sorted. I need to update my sets so we can make that faster. Right, Giselle. Now, keep in mind, my team here is all max transcended, right? So not like the best example, but it's a team you could probably use and be fine with. Because Giselle gets most of the bonus here, besides the speed bonus. But the Dominate might carry a bit. Ishin right now is the goat of Limit Breaker. But if you are using Giselle and Grammy in slot 2, because right now if you have Grammy like duped out, you're probably better off bringing him than Sun. And Giselle gets better with Grammy on the team. Oh, I read this Transcendence. Why do they want you to use Jesse? Because it's well, she gets all the bonuses, right? But the slot is for Byakuya. They want you to use Byakuya in slot 3. Which I think is kind of cool. Because I think he's a good character. I'm glad they want you to use him. Unfortunately, though, I ain't got him, so. Can't use them, but we are setting up 5,000 summon tickets. For him, you know. 1-5 stun stun, 1-5 Gremmy. You can try both. You know, you have unlimited stamina. I would probably say Gremmy. I think last time Gremmy was better still. Alright, let's run it. Oh yeah, Giselle also passed Gremmy too, you're right. So Giselle should, especially at maximum standard, should be one-shotting all these power enemies here. Oh. Quite the long room. Damn. Probably doesn't do Sun Sun any favors too. But the poised enemies, I'm starting to sweat, by the way. This is crazy. You hype for part 2? I'm hyped for the whole anniversary. Because again, right now, it's like, how do I say it? The timing is just perfect. Because we're likely going to get our first, you know, original banner in like 3 years. That in of itself is exciting. But also we're going to get our first core 3 banner. So even though it's another 1,000 Giobado banner. Who's complaining about that, right? But even that is going to feel special because it's the first core 3 banner. You know, last year, for example, core 2 was already a thing. We had core 2 for like a few months. So getting core 2 anniversary, like it was... I think Gremmy and Kapachi was exciting. Maybe not for a headliner, but, you know. Oh, we took a hit. Is the run over? We'll keep it going, though. First rotation was good, though. I mean, 3 minutes is not bad. Usually that is what you do with a good team. It's 3 minutes into the second rotation. It slows down a bit. Who do you use for slot 1? Unironically, Technique Giselle wouldn't be too bad. You can try Renewed Eisen. Was there anyone else? I can't remember. Yolomiki's added the in True Shikai. Oh, like the original design? Yeah, I'm kind of whatever about that. If it is True Shikai, like original design, that'd be really cool. Right, is this the point stage? It is. That's why we have Dominate. 600k per hit. There we go. I gotta say though, man, Gremmy has been an absolute treat. I know technically this character could have been anyone else with the same exact skills and stuff, but I'm really glad how the 9th anniversary turned out in terms of the characters themselves. Even if like the choicing wasn't like the most exciting. Now, right now, this is the issue not because we took damage. But we are going to rely on the burn. And lacerate. Look at that. It's still crazy. I mean, max intended, but you know. There we go. So it looks like an easy 25 stages for me. But also max intended. Which is pretty good to see. Crap, I didn't use Gremmy's EX. I should have probably done that. Maybe I'll do the next stage. So Giselle has it for the final stage, you know? Right, this way Giselle is now buffed up. Likewise with Ishin. Can we clear in 5 seconds? Maybe. It's super close. Oh, that is some crazy damage. Look at that. Hey, that was good. That was good. Gummy's the GOAT. I mean, Giselle, again, max presented, but that's not too bad. 25 stages without using the new character. Technically, again, max presented here. But 25 stages while using 3 characters that aren't technically the most optimal characters is kind of cool to see. Still not too bad. Again, the team unironically works. If you have this team with less Transcendence, you hopefully should be able to at least get into 20, right? Hopefully. The 9th anniversary are actually broken. Yeah, that's it. They lived up to the expectation of an anniversary. In a way. The only thing I somewhat dislike about the 9th anniversary. Part 2, I don't think aged at all. Right? Again, we're gonna do a lot of ranking videos when the 10th annie does start. We might do like ranking all anniversary characters, like per part, because when it comes to like, let me pull up. So this was my ranking 2 years ago. Sorry, it doesn't include 9th annie. So I spoke about this before. I think to this day, 3rd annie is still going to be the best. Because it was the first time we got a proper original character. You know, 2nd annie Ichigo was cool and all. It was still a bit tame. They really pushed it with 3rd anniversary. And then you also got, for the first time ever, like, Yuha in-game. It was also the first time we ever got, you know, Yoruichi, Kisuke, Ichigo in these forms. 4 character end the month. Like, it was exciting. Like, I don't think you can beat 3rd annie. 8th annie. The characters themselves also didn't age that well. Especially Ichigo. However, I still think 8th annie was, like, super exciting. I think 8th annie's kind of slept on. If we're just talking about character choicing, ignore the character skills and stuff like that. I think 8th annie is a really good canon anniversary. That's what you want with a canon anniversary. Unlike Kenpachi and Grammy, which is fine. These were also technically originals. Like, White didn't do much in the anime, so his song was also original. But Ichigo, like, it's the blade is me. Like, that's such a big moment in the anime. Like, it deserved an anniversary. I feel like it was a smart choice doing that. Especially for the most part, this is the return of Blood War in Brazos, right? But Ichigo, like, that was a full-on original character, essentially. Right? Despite it being the blade is me. So that was really cool. I think 4th annie was hype. 6th annie is probably, like, the most exciting part 1. So, again, if I was to rank, like, anniversaries just based on part 1 characters, it would look completely different. Aizen would be at the top. But part 2 was brought down by part 2. Or 6th annie was brought down by part 2. I thought part 2 was kind of weak. 7th annie over time has definitely grown on me, so that would likely move up nowadays. I think 7th annie is like a good example of what anniversaries can be. Part 1 original, part 2 Blood War. 5th annie probably had the weakest part 2 of all time. Kind of lackluster for me. And then, yeah, 1st and 2nd are at the lowest because they didn't really have plans there. But if I was to, like, add 9th annie here, based on character choicing, I'm not sure where I'd put it. Because it is the 1st anniversary to not feature, like, any main character. You know? I'm really not sure where I'd put it. Maybe, like, under 5th annie. Just based on character choicing. Because it's a weird one, right? You're comparing it to, like, Ichigo's and Uryu's and Okiura's. You know, White's kind of whatever, but he works with Ichigo. And then, yeah, part 2. With Tosha and stuff, I was excited for it. I was hyped at the time. But all the time looking back, it's like, yeah, could have been better. Could have been better. Right. That's us done. Actually, let's try more Limit Breaker. I want to see, let's see how Aizen goes. So yeah, we'll check if Eisenbach's the slow one. Sam Annie aged very well. I think Uryu aged very well. I would say Uryu's aged very well. And it's also just good circumstances too. At least in the context of Limit Breaker. If you look at Speed No Filiation Melee, you know, we've had 2 Limit Breakers designed for Oetsu. And it just so happens that Uryu is also that requirement. So he was also a good character. But also at the same time, I think for those same Guild Quest phases, or Limit Breaker phases, periods, you were able to bring Gremmy. And Gremmy busts every Quincy. So I feel like Uryu has just been very fortunate with his typing and range like attribute that he's aged better. And then again with Gremmy, every Quincy gets better, so like that helps a lot. With Ichigo, I don't think Ichigo aged well whatsoever. It's just it took so long for them to replace him. It's taken this long for him to get replaced. It's not like you wanted to use him over these years. It's you're forced to use him. you know, because there's no other options. I mean, if we look at all the ranged rank killers that came out after Ichigo, Zaya was CN was the farmer. Terrible kit. Terrible kit. These characters weren't really designed for GQ. She could have been the first character to replace Ichigo, but she came out with Frenzy 1. Terrible kit. No SP boost. Your SA2 doesn't work in GQ. You have a terrible strong attack kit. So, like, it's just unfortunate. In regards to this character's replacement, like, it just took so long for us to finally get a character that was actually better than Ichigo. And that was the first time we got that was Giselle. Funny enough, again, in the same banner. Bambietta also has a terrible skill set, but, you know, still better than Ichigo, because she's just a newer character. They didn't flop her strong attacks at the very least. And then now we have Yoruichi. And then we're also getting a ranged ranker, so, like, now Ichigo, hopefully, no one is using him in GQ anymore, you know? For your own sake. Because we now have 2 characters per phase to use instead of him. Because Part 2 Anniversary, I think, is giving us a ranged ranker. They tried to rank Giku? Yeah, I don't know why they gave us that strong attack hit, but, you know. It is what it is. Oak design, my absolute favorite. It's up there. Definitely up there for me. And we are good. Let's go. Let's see how Aizen goes. Right, well, from the jump, already noticing a lack of... Let's restart that. That was a terrible run. Not the best start to this quest. 8th anniversary character's the worst? In terms of power creep, yeah. 8th he didn't age well. Ichigo had Frenzy 3. He had the uniqueness of being a really good farmer. Not even a farmer, but like a really good auto character, but that's now kind of lost its value. White kind of got hit hard because Yuha was a mind no affiliation killer. But at the very least, Aifani also has Yachiru, and Yachiru at the very least is aged very well. So at least something good came from the Aifani. Also, one thing I really like about this Aizen, his SA3 voice line is the final voice line of the Sobom of the original unit. So that was something I found cool. Yeah, you definitely notice the lack of damage here. If you had duplicates of this character, it'd be better. But the increased Stardom chance and the Dominate should allow us to kill these characters fast. And if you take damage of this character, you get back up to full stamina super quick. But as I was saying, I think I tried to say it earlier, but kind of just like went on a different tangent. But the one thing I didn't like about the 9th Annie was the Killer Plus. Like, it was good for them, but Killer Plus became the norm. You know? Like, one of the special things about Anniversary was that they always have 2 killers. that made them stand out. And for the time, the Killer Plus made them stand out. But now every character has a Killer Plus. You know, so it's not that unique. So that's why I feel like for this anniversary, I would love to see double Killer Plus. At least they brought back or they introduced the EX attacks. And of the EX attacks that we have gotten thus far, still to this day, Gremmy and Kenpachi have the best versions of an EX attack, right? We've saw other characters like Ichigo and Senjumaru have it, but it's just the same version. So again, hopefully for Tenfani, we'll see double Killer Plus, you know. Double Killer Plus will be OP. I'm fine with Killer Plus and a normal Killer. You know? And if they wanted to balance it, I mean, obviously the Tenfani character is going to be good, but like, you know, if you wanted to balance it, make one of them an Espada Killer. Like, if you're going to give him 2 killers, make one an Espada Killer and another killer. That way it's like, okay, you have 2 killers, but I probably don't need you for like Gilchrist phase because Kenpachi exists. If they really want to balance it, you know? Do 1 killer for like a phase that really needs a new character. Range to Ranka. And then the other just be another killer, right? Like Range Sniper. It's like, okay, it's cool. I don't really need it. Yeah, Aizen's not doing too bad. You think he'd... Oh. He would slow down on the... poison enemy stages, but then he gets the Dominate, and Dominate does a lot of damage there. Gonna play out. But yeah, man, Ishin's been crazy. Crazy good for Limit Breaker. Definitely a character that you'll benefit from being max rescinded. Because I feel like I've used him a lot over the last couple of months. Last year since he got added. Completely whiffed that SA2. Not quite going to be able to get into 25. But I think Aizen did decent, considering that he has no killer and only has the 2-time range damage. Mao's use the EX just to get out of the way. Okay, we messed up there, but yeah, you can get far with Aizen. I mean, hopefully your other characters are also good. Your second and third character. But Aizen does the job. I mean, like the 21 seconds on stage 7, and then 25 on stage 16. Unironically, we were actually faster with Aizen than Giselle, which is kind of funny. But Aizen's not bad. I'm hoping in the future, maybe next end of month, next in the Breaker quest, we have a slot free for Aizen. I really want to use him in the Breaker. I think he's actually pretty good. So with that in mind, we haven't actually done it just yet. So can I pull up? Let me pull it up. So we will be updating the tier list soon. I kind of thought about doing it in this stream, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm sweating. I'm actually dying in here. So we might have to save the tier list for a later time. But where is it? This was our tier list for hot characters. Who's come out since? Who's a hot character? No one. So that was our hot tier list. Basically up to date. We're going to do technique next. Have I showed the speed one? Stage, if you want to... This is speed. Yoruichi will probably go top of S. I'm not sure probably not number 1. Maybe just below Esno. Where would we put Yoruichi? Oh, Loto? Yeah, Loto would be probably AS, depending on how you value farmers. Where would Yoruichi be? Probably above Ichigo. Definitely above Ichigo. Full Hollow. Below Esno or above Esno? I'm not too sure. But we did say in that stream that Mind and Power don't have access to, from my rankings, Mind and Power don't have an SST unit. But I would probably rank Byakuya and Aizen SS. I think that they're very powerful. Even without Killer, you can get a lot of use out of them. And in their Guild Quest phase, I mean, Aizen or Byakuya can easily get, like, the easiest 50 seconds of all time. Up there with Kenpachi. Without having all the OP stuff that Kenpachi has. Like, Byakuya is very good in GQ. Aizen also, too. He's, like, the only one of the few characters that can get, like, 55 seconds remaining, 54 at 1-5, which is kind of crazy. Because of all his vortexes going into the next wave. And that's what you want with how they designed them, too. It's like they have all the good skills that they're also really good in and outside of Guild Quest, you know? So I would say Aizen and Byakuya probably SS. Yoruichi, I'll probably say top of S. Around S, not tier. Masaki, unfortunately, just based on how we ranked the other characters, even if it's not the fairest, I will be honest, but we did put Parasol Rook in A, so by default, what's her name? Swimsuit Masaki would also be A. It's just, you just don't need her. It's like, she's a good character. In any other killer, she'd probably be S tier because of that, but because of the killer, probably just mid-A with Masaki. Little Totem would also probably be... we don't have any farmers in S tier, I think. So she'd likely be B tier. No, she'd be A. She'd be A tier. Little Totem be A. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So Masaki, A. Little Totem, A. Yoruichi, S. Byakuya, Aizen, SS, I'd say. All right. Where did you put Giselle? Both Giselles will be S. I don't think any of them deserve SS, in my opinion. Even though both are actually very good. Back to 7k orbs, that's not too bad. So a little quick update on my summon tickets. This is the most summon tickets I've saved for an anniversary. Now, I've done 10k during an anniversary on my alt account. It's different. But for my main account, this is the most I've ever saved up. 4.6k, I think the most I had before was 3k. The 100 million carp quest has definitely blessed it by giving me 1,000 tickets in the brief farming that I did do. Normally, too, I would always use my golden tickets. They were the one ticket I would use to, like, scratch that itch to summon. Decently saved up 500. We have all these summon tickets too. So we have like over 30 summon tickets to use. And then I can finally, hopefully, use this summon ticket and hopefully pick up Mugetsu. Assuming I don't 5-5 him in the banner. Assuming he's on the 10 Fanny banner. Has the game died? Are we still streaming? Okay, hold on. Okay, we go. So yeah, I had 2 characters guaranteed here. I can get orbs. But I feel like I'm going to pull them soon. So I'd rather get a duplicate of Mugetsu. And then we also have these 2. So that's like another 700. 10 more days. 10 more days. And it'd be a year. That's crazy. That's crazy. Alright. What else? Let's do some co-op. Maybe we can get some lucky drops here. So feel free to join. I haven't found much on this, but I have yet to get the lucky drop. The lucky drop. What are the odds Anna Rukia is technical speeds? Probably pretty high. I'd say technique. My prediction going into the anniversary was Power of Minds, because they needed new characters, and we already got a Power of Mind unit, so it's like, damn, what do we get now? Technique definitely needs a new good character. Not like they're in desperate need of it, but they need something new. No, I don't think they're bonuses for this. I think it's just the Byakuya and Aizen. TK, if you have the 50% bonus, I'd prefer you switch to them. We'll do this run. It's fine. But for future reference, preferably 50% bonus. I'm not going to kick people, but preferably, you know. Unless they are 50%. I actually don't know. Killer plus a captain, then Sword would be great. Yeah, if they did like a double kill on that, that'd be cool. Head to Spice, you're not wrong. They definitely have moved away from Killer Plus, double killers, to like add more value to individual units and sell more units. And Anniversary, people are going to summon anyway. Like, regardless if Anniversary has 2 killers or not, people are summoning. You're not spending more money on more orbs because they have an extra killer. Likely you'll still summon the same amount, regardless of their killers, you know, but... Oh, hold on. Oi! That's kind of hot. New JoJo game? JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Aura Overdrive will be released in September 25th, 2025. Oh no, this was the gummy game. Oh, the quality has died. I can't remember. Is this just reused assets from the... Please be good. I like the live 2D. That's cool. The models are decent. The Goat Speedwagon. Let me turn this down in case copyright. Not the Bruno Licking, bro. At least it has all 6 parts. I doubt this will get a global release, by the way. JoJo games very rarely get a global release for gacha games. Well, I'll give it a try. It's been a while since we've had a JoJo gacha game. Oh, the art's really good though, man. My goat's right there. My goat's right there. Let me see the gameplay again. Is this like what do you call it? Is it like an XCOM game? Is that what they call it? You move around in the squares, and then you can attack. I think they're called XCOM games, are they not? That's cool. I'll play. I'll give it a try. Right, I assume we didn't get anything here. Oh, we got a decent drop. For no full bonus, that's kind of good. Unless Yoruichi is a bonus. The BBS killer. Listen, remember people said that about Rebuff? I said this before. I don't get, and maybe it is like that in other gacha games or other gaming communities, because I'm not like super involved with them. But it generally baffles me why people want one game to die for another game. So again, yeah, that game was a gacha game. When Rebuff was coming out, people were like, "Oh, bro, I can't wait to quit BBS to play Rebuff of Souls." Like, you can play both. You can play both. You know, one's a mobile game, one's a console. Some people wanted BBS to die for Rebuff. I'm like, bro, both can exist. What are we doing? Why do you want one game to go down for another one when both can exist and provide more money for the IP? You don't want less. You want more. You know? It's similar. So, and you know, I wanted Rebuff to do good. I think Rebuff did decent. You know, the game's kind of, you know, but for what it was, for first Bleach console game, hopefully it gets better over time with a sequel game, if they do a sequel. But so Resonance 2, you know, I don't want that game to fail. I want every Bleach, especially if there's actual quality put behind it. I want them all to do good. You know which EX where can be aside? Yeah, I mean, regardless of that EX, Tony, I think she's S tier, but the EX does help her. Let me pull out the chat GPT. Just for those that want to know. So this is the EX boost that Yoruichi gets. 270%. AI? Hey, man. I could use a calculator, but it was faster this way. So, you know. It is what it is. Where's the Killer JoJo game? I don't know. That's taking forever. Yeah, actually so awkward to use? Yeah. 100%. Calculator spy? It's a lot easier to show in just one image, though. Using ChatGPT. Yeah, that's gonna be a gacha game. It's a gacha game by Gumi. So unfortunately, right, I didn't know what the like the really good extra stage is, but I noticed that the basic extra stage is, what do you call it? It's just the holos, right? And then there's the Kisuke one with like Tessai and stuff. It's the same map. I didn't, when I was doing a run, I got like a bigger map. I saw trees in this event. I'm like, holy crap, is this the run? And I see past anniversary characters. I'm like, hold on. Is this it? Did I just get the god drop? Nah, we got like a couple thousand pots, but I think I got a lucky room, but I think you want, I'm not sure who the characters are. Does anyone know who the ticket drop is, or like the 10,000 super pots? Who the characters are? I assume it's like Aizen and Byakuya. But I got like Ferdani Oak and Mugetsu. Rebuff is never coming out. I think you mean Soul Resonance. But no, it's coming. It's close. Can I pull up the video? It's about to have a beta again in like a week's time. And they've made a lot of improvements. Like you can even spend money on this beta. So like it's very close to coming out. Unfortunately though, no news about global. Also, I do want to show this actually. While we're here. This is really cool. So they've actually updated the summon animation. Finally. We have a summon animation. Where it's actually Ichigo doing an attack. And you got to swipe left. Hit the Getsuga. And you kill the hollows. So like this is right from episode. They love this scene by the way. Because the visor Ichigo has like the same attack. But it's quite literally out of 1000 Year Blood War. That's so cool. Such a cool summon animation. I do want to know what the indicators are. Because nothing here screams like, oh, did I get SSR? Did I get an SR? But there is a visor Ichigo alternative. Look at that. That is sick. So I'm really hoping going forward they add new summon animations and add like Full Hollow or Mugetsu. That'd be really cool. They do need to work on the this animation. We do know there is. I'm not sure if Giku posted it. Yeah, 4 Hollow will be playable in the beta. Yeah, I don't think I can find it, but we do know. I forgot what I was saying now. This heat is killing me. Hold on. Let me not have some heat stroke here. Let me go upstairs and get some water. While we run this. I'm hoping that there's a Mugetsu animation. And it would be nice if you can switch into it mid-animation. You're like, if you swipe left, then he transforms. That would be kind of cool. As like a surprise. Step 6, no bonus character. It happens. I was there too. Alright. Let me quickly go downstairs, because generally I am sweating. I have all these lights on me right now. I need to make sure I stay hydrated, because otherwise, unironically, I might have a heat stroke from summoning. Ooh! Or just by playing the game. All right. Woo! Okay. Man is back. Sweat the banner on first 5 steps? Damn. How greedy. Hey, Caleb have been really good with the fingers this year. It's like this Aizen and then Yoroishi. It feels weird. Seeing BBS cards with like actual fingers. Moving fingers too. Because usually they would not be moving like that. Right. Anything good? Nah. Their models are improving? Yeah. Even back, it started to happen during the 8th anniversary, but even back then, you could notice like the difference of like the fingers. That, unironically, has been the most telling thing with the BBS models getting better. I remember when like Yatsuri was doing when she first activates the Bankai, because they do mention during the 8th anniversary like reveal that they've upped the quality for the models. And you know, when you saw Yatsuri's Bankai, it's like, yo, the fingers look like actual fingers. It's crazy. It's weird to say, but that's like the most telling part. Should you summon if you have 1.5k orbs? Nah, probably not. Probably not. It's not a bad balance summon on, but maybe do 2 discounted steps. With a 1.5k orb on your account, it's like, you might as well stay for anniversary. Thing I talk, yes sir? As the Misaki loading screen? Yeah, no, bro, I was not expecting Misaki to be showing that much, you know. It's kind of similar to Isane's artwork, but I think done a lot better. Because I didn't notice it until, you know, maybe look away if you don't want to get ruined on it, but Spite called it out when it the anatomy, I think, is that it's such an awkward bending. It's like, yo, how are you bending like that? It's that angle, I think, or maybe the shading. It's a weird one. The body. Masaki, though, if I put it up. Masaki, though. I like it. Again, I actually really like all three swimsuits. Little tall for what it is alright. I'm not gonna lie though, Little Tall is showing a bit too much skin. I always thought she'd be in a one piece. You're such a nut having all those pics, bro. How? I use all these pics, bro. How do you think I make thumbnails? I have to have all these pics. Also like data mining, so like, you know, I keep track of stuff. Trust me, if you're ever doing YouTube or making thumbnails, or even, you know, not even YouTube, just making art in general, like, bro, it is hard to do without all these pieces of art. Basby and Robert got the loading screens. Like, trust me, it is long trying to, you know, search those images. Loton and scuba dive in full bodysuit. They kind of did that a few years ago, right? It was like my least favorite banner with like Halibo and stuff. Although I think, unfortunately. Hold on, we'll let's start this run, then we'll go into it. Saying you use them is crazy. Well, yeah, I use them for finals, bro. No, you're good, Crazy. You're good. Apache has an awkward swimsuit art, does she? I think Apache's is fine. She's got quite the long torso, but... yeah, now that you mention it, she does have quite a long body. I assume that's the awkward part, right? But I was going to say, I feel like we need to get more Halibels that aren't resurrected in seasonals. Like, every seasonal Halibel since has been, like, in a resurrection form. So, resurrected. I'll save that one. Resurrected. To be fair, not that many, but still, I really like it when Halibel isn't resurrected in her seasonal outfits. Like this one, super simple design, but I actually really like it. I'm probably biased towards it because it was like the first. I think it was the first Brave Souls original Christmas character. It was like the first one they released after the start of the game. This one too. It's good. I wasn't a big fan of this like sports battle scuba diving thing they had going on for this theme. And it's also awkward because Aaroniero doesn't have that, so it's very like out of place. But this art's really good. I actually kind of like it. And again, I feel like her having the mask is a lot better. Because Soifun was the same. Actually, it's not too bad. Maybe over time I've grown to like this banner, but Aaroniero was the weird one. It's like, bro, I didn't read the story. But like, why do we have like a design that's very similar for both Halibel and also Soifun, but then Aaroniero is wearing a... no, it's not a bad outfit, but it's like, why? You know, it's just so out of place. But I do like the big water guns. But then, like, this one's kind of wasted too because a year later, not that big of a deal, I guess, but it's like we get another swimsuit Aaroniero. with a more traditional swimsuit outfit. So it's like, maybe I would have liked if that Power Aaroniero had a better, more similar design to the other characters. When do we usually get the special exchange shop? It does normally happen in July. So it didn't happen this month. Maybe next month. Maybe it's more appropriately timed for anniversary. Why they can't not add the swimsuit characters to the co-op quest? I don't know. The worst, they do that though in it, but like the worst one was the 100 million co-op quest. Like, how are the 100 million co-op characters? No, how are the 100 million quest characters? I'm messing up. How are the 100 million download characters not part of the 100 million download quest? I'm pretty sure you couldn't use Okio and Ichigo in the 100 million co-op quest, which was dumb. The best Orihime ever? The technique one or? Power Drugs we did summon, yeah. Didn't go well. I'll save you the time, brother. It didn't go well. You didn't miss anything. Why don't we finish the tennis? We spoke about it earlier. I was going to maybe do it this stream. But, bro, whenever the heat dies down, it is... I might have to mash it out. Maybe tomorrow we'll do it. We'll see. We'll try and power through it. But the heat has been stopping me from streaming. It is dreadful. Dreadful. But next is technique, so we'll probably do that tomorrow. This is the real Annie? Maybe, bro. Not for me. Maybe the game 40 was the Annie kept giving me Rukias. But that's next month. Next month. The temperature right now is 26, but keep in mind, I'm streaming, so there's two massive lights glaring at me. I'm in my room. The door's shut to, you know, reduce the echo. And so I'm not a nuisance to anyone else in my house. Even though it's like 10 a.m. right now, everyone's awake. But the PC is on too. Yeah, it's like, it's worse right now. It's 26 degrees, but it might as well be 40 in my room right now. You show me something great in a few minutes? Alright, silence. Alright, nice. I mean, not nice. Not really anything too good here. Unfortunate. So hopefully in 10 minutes we get the dev comments. Let me see what time they were posted last time. I think we'll wrap up the stream after that in like 20 minutes. It depends. They posted at 10:30 last time. So I'm very curious to see what we are going to get for this month's dev comments. Because we were supposed to get the new update like 4 days ago. There was supposed to be maintenance for the Modi power up and auto setup. But they've now delayed it to the 10th of July, which is when my birthday is. So hopefully on my birthday we get some data mines about some new mechanics maybe for the anniversary. So for those that are wondering about that too, on the 10th of July, we should be getting a maintenance. And if we were to get any data mines regarding upcoming, not leaks, but like what skills the characters might have, maybe new skills, new mechanics, we should get that after that maintenance. So with them delaying it, hopefully that means they don't spend this month's dev comments on stuff we already know. Because I don't think there's anything else to say now about the auto setup and also power-up feature. Let's get some new news. Nice car for Yoruichi? Nah. Not quite. Can I pull up my Photoshop? Let me show you. Is it going to be 35 degrees Celsius? Yeah, no, it's... Listen, I like the summer sometimes, but man, this, Nah, it's a killer. It's a killer. We won't have, no, Kata, I think the anniversary is starting a day earlier. I think the anniversary is starting the 22nd. Because, I mean, we've seen it before, you know, during the mid-month of August and June, where, what do you call it? We have like a few hours at the point event, but the Barncat Live is going to be on like the 19th or something, around that date. So we'll know ahead of time. You know, when the banners stuff happening, they can't just drop that midday on the 22nd. So I think the anniversary is starting a day earlier. Because what do you call it? The attribute tree grounds also ends like a day earlier too. It's weird. I don't know why they're doing it a day earlier. Like, I know like 9th Annie was also a few days earlier, but like 22nd, you might as well just push it to the 23rd. It's like the day, you know. But yeah, Tony. So again, with my Photoshop, I don't have a cutout, but I cut out this part and don't save it, so like it fits in the other characters. Did you get Yoruichi? No, unfortunately not. Unfortunately not. It's fine though. I like me a Yoruichi. But it's not Raijin Senkai Yoruichi. You know, I'm fine with waiting for this one. Autumn and winter about? Yeah, no, I agree. Okay, it's so much easier to keep yourself warm. And, you know, in the colds. But right now, like, there's nothing you can do to keep yourself cool, bro. Alright. While we run this next run, I need to quickly clean my room. So feel free to join. The summer's fine when it's not super hot. Like a couple of days ago, it was fine. Like I wasn't sweating. There was a nice breeze. It was a nice day outside. But then it starts to take the piss of it a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. All right, real quick. Let me just make my room a bit more presentable because I'm gonna have to remove the green screen in a minute. Whoa. All right. Are you good? Hurry up. All right. No background. My real room is now on display. Oh, damn. Oh, name. Ooh. Dude, you're going to be carrying you for Rain Sorpa? Yes, sir. That's how it should be. And to be fair, I don't think this is like a full indicator of how it's going to go, but technically, or is it? I had even less reason to summon, because unless I got a Yoruichi 2-5, she won't be better than Giselle. But then again, take these numbers with a grain of salt. Like, they're good indicators that maybe show like how good a character is going to be. Like, we probably don't need to, we don't even need this to know that Yoruichi will be better. She's more built for it. But you could probably use both in the same phase. I know I definitely would, because I have a max percentage as well. But yeah, technically I didn't even need even something for Yoruichi, because I have a max percentage as well, but it is what it is. I was hoping to at least get one of them. When is the dev notice? Hopefully soon. Last month they gave it in half an hour. So, anytime now. And when we get it, we'll wrap up the stream. I appreciate it, Crazy. I appreciate it. Giselle's already met too? Yeah. I mean, I've always been good on the striper phase. So I'm not too worried about it. Hopefully my guildmates, though, got the Yoruichi, because if anyone's still using Ichigo in my guild, I'm going to be annoyed. It's like, allow it, bro. Like, summon some save characters that are good, and you need, you know. Like, you can't be using big Ichigo in big 2025. Evan ain't using Ichigo? I don't know who is. I'm really hoping no one is, because, like, if anyone's using Ichigo, we'll automatically get into modes. I'll say that right now. You declared him last time? Power to you. I tried. I don't think I could have. It was long. He's holding it down. Yeah, he is, but if you're in S League, he's not holding down nothing. Because if you're using Ichigo, you're not clearing fast enough. Especially now with Yoruichi, there's more characters that can now get like a 50-second clear time. If you're using Ichigo, like it's almost instant demotion in an S League. You can maybe get 1 or 2 Ichigos if everyone else has like a really good team with Giselle and Yoruichi. Do they stream this weekend? I believe they do, yeah. 19th, which is the number I threw out there. It could be 18th, could be 17th. The Bankai Live. We'll find out probably on July... No, maybe a few days before. Maybe like July 7th we'll find out when the upcoming Bankai Live is going to be. The cheat code was using Magic S not for the paralysis. It's not a bad shout. He's been pretty good for an Adjunate. I'll be honest. It's not been too bad. $25 is fine, but as long as it gets 30, it's game over. Yeah. I mean, even now, to be fair, it's like, what, 26? But it's only 10 a.m., blood. Oh, it's going to hit 30 in like a few hours. It's 27, bro. It was 23 like an hour ago. Oh. You got SWIMSUIT Hallibell from the free summons. Is she good? Not really, not anymore. She's alright. She's alright. Sev, any Ichigo thing against League into 2025? Yeah, pretty much. But I mean, not everyone's gonna get the new cat. Sorry, the sneeze there. Oh, they're coming to me, go. Or mention a new co-op quest. That's all we have about the co-op quest. Hopefully it's good news, though. Right, this is the dev team. Hope you enjoyed the 10th anniversary Brave Souls news. Blah, blah, blah. As announced during the 10th anniversary special news, we are planning on implementing new content as well as various updates to existing content to improve the game's usability and play experience throughout 2025. August, new co-op quest. September, improvements to upgrades. New co-op quest. In this new co-op quest, players will earn points by clearing it. Ooh, and receive various... We're getting co-op point event? More points can be earned by clearing this quest within a certain time or by performing certain actions, such as using a special move. At least, okay, I saw that. I was like, hold on. Special move source? Oh, we're finally getting point events? Sick. On July 21st, Bracer will celebrate its 10th anniversary. Nice. All right. It's a super simple dev note, but hey, I know a lot of people have been wanting that. That sounds cool. That sounds cool. By clearing the quest within a... Okay, maybe... yeah, it seems like it is a point event. So you want to clear fast. So you get rewarded for clearing fast. And using a special move at least one. That's such a weird requirement, but okay, that sounds cool. Hey, man, I'm down for that. I'm down for that. I know that's something a lot of people have been wanting for, like a co-op point event. Co-op anything, really. Like co-op Limit Breaker is also kind of a fun idea. But that's cool. And it might be smart on Keller's behalf, too. Keller obviously don't want this game to be super grindy like it was in the past. Because in a way that could lead more burnout. But at the same time, I know there's a lot of us out there that want something grindy. You know, they want something to, if possible, play the game for 8 hours a day. If possible. Like, some people actually want to do that, you know. And we haven't had that since, you know, IT was first added. When it was super grindy. But this is potentially a way to get you grinding co-op. But not playing 8 hours a day. Like, something that a casual can still manage to do, you know. But that sounds good. It really depends on how good the rules are going to be. But even like, if it is a point event, you know, some extra orbs, some essence scrolls, preferably, would get me playing, you know? As long as it's not just like links or potions and stuff like that. That could be good. Mono's about to go bad. I mean, I assume the quest will be relatively easy. I don't think it'll be like super difficult. But, you know, if there's a limit, then who cares if there's modders, you know? Like, if I can finish the event in a few days, then... You know, should I secret potions? Hopefully, that's what we need. We need those rare items, secret potions, quintessence scrolls, and also essence scrolls specifically. Like, if we can get those free, the W quest. So right now, it's looking promising. It's looking like a good quest coming our way. In time for the anniversary, hopefully, right? It's this August, hopefully early August. That'll be a good way to celebrate an anniversary. And right now, they just need to provide good rewards. But if this is going to be a mainstay, a new rotation that we do monthly, I'm here for it. More content is never bad, you know. What's that vibration? My next door neighbor has some drilling. So if you did hear that, that's what it is. Quintessence score, we do get a decent amount. But you can never say no to more, I guess. I'd rather that over, like, crystals. But also, like, we now see that. I'll show it, if I can pull it up. We got a bronze drop there. It's really not that big of a deal. But... it's now taking more. So you now need 2 quintessence scrolls to get to level 13. So maybe we do need more. You know, there's 200. Then again, by the time I even get to the possibility of getting like level 15, 16 plus, but you know, later levels might take 10 quintessence scrolls. You never know. So even though we have 257 now, I feel like that can go down very quickly. But, you know, by the time we get to that point, we're going to have like almost 1,000 plus, you know, but regardless, more of a rare item is good. Essence Scrolls still are more valuable, yeah. Honestly, I think at this point, Essence Scrolls, we just need a farmable source, like... Just something. Give me like 10 extra a week, you know, like that weekly quest for the transcendent items. I haven't done that in like a year now since the achievement system, but I'm surprised there was no Essence Scroll one. I think 10 a week is quite fair. Do one more multi? Nah. We're done. I've already spent like 1,000 way more orbs than I should have. But if I do the next multi, then I got to do another multi and then the next multi. Because if I do the next multi, I got to go to the guarantee. So it's 750 orbs if I'm doing one more multi. If I was to do one more multi, I'd rather do on the Eisen and be active about it. But even then, no. We're gonna chill. Because again, I want to do 10k orbs for Anniversary Part 1 and 2 combined. But then I also potentially want to summon on August mid-month based off the killers. But then also, I know I'm going to do 25 steps on August end of month. So it's like, I need 15k orbs. I ain't got 15k orbs right now, you know? I can probably get 6k by now to end of month August, so we're kind of close, but, you know. I'm good right now. How did you go? I did 12 steps. The plan was to do 7 or 5. Hopefully get 1 by then, but now we got nothing in 12 steps. Ooh, can you farm these scrolls? If you mean quintessence scrolls, you get them from Guild Quest. No, we didn't get anyone. Mid-month August, it might just be a decent banner, but the killers, there's a range Quincy and melee human. I kind of want that, depending on what they are. Yeah, we ran some number breaker. We used Giselle in slot 1. Performed pretty good, and then we also used Eisen in slot 1. He was also surprisingly good too. I think this is quite the easy number breaker quest this month, without having any of the new characters. Are you planning on grinding the point event? Best score always gets a 2 million for the 5-star ticket, 3 million for the Essence scroll. I did. If you're playing the game actively, get the 10 million every point event at the bare minimum. And whether you want to go past 10 mil comes down to you if you have enough bonuses. The mid-month August, by the way, last year was 1,000 Blood War. So very likely could happen again. You know, mid-month August could be something big. It depends, because in the past it's been bad, but lately the trend has been, not even trend, last year was Shinji and Kensei, so people consider that part 3. There is no part 3 to the anniversary for the records. But yeah, you know, not like Caleb can plan that close, like that quick, but Caleb knows. We know about the ban. The league. And, my bad. Hopefully I didn't spoil anyone, but like, Caleb, no, we know about the leak. Because they removed the images, by the way. Anyone that posted on Twitter, they had a takedown notice. So they are aware. So good call on me for not using the artwork in the video. Because now they can't take down my video. We're just talking, you know. If I showed art, they likely would have taken it down. There were some other videos that showed the artwork, but they didn't get taken down. You know, not that like a big head or anything, but like mine got the most views. Likely mine would have been more targeted if I showed artwork. I think that happened in the past. I can't give an example, but James told me there was a leak before, and Cowboy's video got taken down, and I think Cowboy is the only one that got struck because I think his one had the most views. Or maybe it was cool too, but not everyone got hit by it like years ago. Whenever there was a past leak. Mid-month Giselle be a GQ bot? I mean, it'll be sad to see. It'll be sad to see, but hey, Giselle's had it great. So I wouldn't really complain. As long as it's for a GQ phase that's good, I'm okay with it. The leak is legit? Yeah. Listen, I wouldn't talk about it if it was fake. There was some thoughts that maybe it was AI. But keep in mind, the image itself was like low quality and someone upscaled it. So if you zoomed in and looked at like the inconsistencies, you know, I could see why you might think it's AI. But no, it was just upscaled because the quality was bad. Also, like, if you actually just take a step back and look at the artwork, it looks official. AI, I don't think could replicate. I know AI is crazy. I know AI is going crazy, but I don't think AI can replicate that. Like BBS art style. And make it look believable. When do you think Brocust will come back? Probably next month. As usual when it happens. How many BBS tickets do you get? 100 million? How much is 100 million in tickets? I actually wouldn't know. I think I got like 400 from like 50 mil. That'd be okay. Oh, it's 250 without Lori? Is it? Moldy Power Up is coming July 10th. It was supposed to be here last week, but they delayed it. But July 10th is the new update day. Is it worth going for 100 million? It's worth farming the point event if you have max bonuses and you want summon tickets, yeah. Probably not spend orbs. What deals you go for in Tapjoy? It depends if I get a good one. But I recently had Slingshot. Let me put it up. We can do some Tapjoy hunting real quick for after this run. Are gold tickets worth saving? You might as well, since you're so close to the anniversary. Gold tickets aren't better. They also have a 3% pull rate for a 5-star. But you just get a lot less of them. But any ticket at this point you should be saving. People point out Win and Navi. Let me pull up the art real quick. Obviously not on stream. I don't think there was any Weird Anatomy in those particular arts. Do I even have the images saved? Can I find the image? Yeah, the anatomy looks fine. I gotta say, though, I'm a big fan of a certain someone. And their design looks very good. I can't wait. I can't wait. Zeros Wayne ended up in BBS, yes, sir. Oh, because Aaroniero. One more spot, though, fellas. Feel free to join. So you need to pick on Discords? Damn, how greedy. How greedy. Look at that. That silences. How greedy. Hey, we take it, though. We take it. We need all the support we can get on Rain Soripa, so very happy you have a 5-5. You need to get that 500 SP, though. No breakers out right now if you haven't done it. Oh. Oh, you had Giselle 5-5? Never mind. I mean, use both, though. Use both. Probably go with Tanjiro, Yoruichi, and Giselle. Like, that'd be a crazy team. Like, surely that's like 55. Anikop is cooking you. Yeah, this one's been, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the rate for it actually just lower. Tanjiro, Giselle, and Yoruichi. But, you know, you want to buff Yoruichi as much as you can. You know, the damage from Giselle, I think, could help, because Stars Plus, you know, they can both inflict. No, we didn't get anything. Oh, no, Tanjiro. Akon, just use a speed buffer then, you know? Or a 20 Saj unit. Oh, Masaki might work, you know, yeah. Because the double... That buff will go for Giselle and also... Hey, maybe Masaki's not too bad for like a team like that. Because instead of 30%, you're getting 20% now for both Giselle and also Yoruichi. Hey, maybe I was too hard on Misaki. Did they add the attribute tree feature yet? No. It was supposed to get added last week, but they delayed it till July 10th. Yeah, Misaki's not too bad then for that. Again, I feel like we all know Misaki's a decent character for what she is, but it's just the Spotlight Killer doesn't help her. But again, I think she's kind of cool because she has a... Let me pull it up real quick. I'm trying to find the post. So if you look here, right, bro, Misaki's a melee character. Oh. And she has like a 700... Oh, sorry. I'm letting me show on the screen. She has a 700 by 600 normal attack string. That is like really high for a ranged character. And I'm pretty sure this doesn't take into account the long stride. Sorry, the long reach. So her range is quite crazy for a melee character. Like, it's the highest in the game. And it's something that I'm surprised we haven't gotten much of. So, you know, in any other killer, Misaki would have been crazy. She has a universal team buff, which right now we can potentially see the use of, right, if you don't have Tenjiro. Because you can both boost both characters if you're using a Quincy and Soipa character, which might become everly increased in the future. I'm kind of blocking the skills here, but team booster too, so you get the 43% attack focus increase. Lacerate on status plus means she can stop the enemies from attacking, especially if they're Arankas. And yeah, that night string's really good. It's a really good night string. Next run, we'll do the tap draw search. Could burn us. We'll see. We'll see. I think compared to Ruruka, she has more going for her. Maybe that team boost alone would knock her into S. Like, definitely low S, though. Misaki can also replace Tenjiro in her face. Probably. The thing is, do Night Cowards even get time to attack with Kenpachi? Would you? I think you'd still just use Tenjiro, though. Because at this point, Kenpachi quite literally one-shot every phase. Especially duped out. Like, I don't think she'll get a chance to attack. Mine does, because that's... yeah, I mean... If you want one shot every phase, then Misaki probably would be better. That extra support, you know? Because no Tom? Kind of, I guess. Hey, maybe Little Toro and, I mean, maybe... Ruruka and Misaki have a crazy comeback. Why don't I get the bonus if I have 2 Grammys and a 5 or 1 and 6? It only counts 4 bonus characters. Only 4 bonus characters. So I assume you have 4, and Grammy counts the 5th one, but you don't count the 5th one. So if you want to get max bonus, you have to have a +3. So Aizen, Byakuya, or the swimsuits. Ooh, that's cool. I like seeing rainbows. I don't even like have a use for those. But it's like, it's always cool. Like, ooh, When you get something good, you know. Right. I don't know. They aren't bonuses. Let's hop over to the emulator. Where I can show the tab trays. Hold on. There we go. With Misaki's boost not being a beam, it makes wave 1 faster. Ooh. That's a decent shout. Because, yeah, you can knock back the enemies, right? With Tentro. So, for anyone that's like doesn't know how tap tray works, that's not what I want to do. It says free, but realistically, Tapjoy is to spend money. If you're spending money, you're better off spending it on Tapjoy, which is a weird situation, but that's how it is. So in this case, this is the one I did recently, where I got 800 orbs for £20, basically, and then 1,600 for 45. So basically, I got 2,000 plus orbs for like £60, which would translate to 500 orbs in game. Pretty good steal. I saw this one. Club membership? Aye, that's not even a bad shout. 100 also that? Say swear. I might have to do that. There was one, I think it might be this one. Yeah, so like £10 for like 200 orbs, and then 500 orbs to 20, and then 1,600 orbs for 50. For me, anything that's better than BBS prices, I'll do. So I'll probably try this one and get like what? 2,200 orbs, which basically recoups what I spent today. For like £60? £70? It's not too bad. But you just gotta pick and choose. Not a lot of the free ones aren't worthwhile. I mean, sometimes you can do them for free. But for me, I'm not wasting my time. I'm going in. If you know this, for example, $50 for £500 is like, sorry, 500 orbs is better than BBS prices, not crazy higher. So I might skip out on that one. Keep in mind with Tapjoy, the deals you get are location based. So sometimes you just get the short end of the stick, like 130 orbs for £17 ain't worth it. Depending on your location, you might get better deals. And some games require like grinding. Like I know some people like will spend a lot of money and grind at the same time. You know? That's my next door neighbor, by the way, for anyone that just joined. But yeah, that's basically Tapjoy. Every now and then I get a decent deal. But Tapjoy's terrible, yeah. Mine's occasionally good. You're late, Zelion, bro. Still abusing Tapjoy, sir. I might be a Tapjoy spy. That's a funny one. Alright, Zelion's image for the stream. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Whose kid is that, bro? Whose kid is that, bro? That kind of goes hard, though. Speaking of Giselle. Before we wrap up the stream, let's play the point event. So, kind of funny. Oh, Rono Azora, appreciate it. Welcome to 5 months, bro. Appreciate it. While me playing on PS5. Hey, shout out to you console players, though. You might have troopers. You might have troopers. Much love. So, kind of funny that the next point event next year, or like, you know, the previous year was about the Swimsuit Bambies, obviously because it was all 3 characters. And then this year, the event is about Swimsuit Bambies again. It's like a continuation. Now it's just super awkward that Giselle is the only character here to not have a swimsuit character. I don't think I would have, because Giselle just had a really good season. No, it's fine. We can't be too greedy. But I feel like maybe Giselle should have been included here. So all the swimsuit Bambies are done. Because now you have to do Giselle. Now you have to do Giselle. No bias. You have to do Giselle now. You've done all the swimsuit Bambies. You know? You have to do Giselle. So I'm curious to see now the point of it. Story. It is because of Magic Society, yeah. Like I said, we can't be too greedy. But I want to see what the story is this time. Because last time, the stories for BBS point events aren't crazy, but last time it was Giselle and Little Toto didn't want to go swimming. Something like that. A test of courage. I think it's not going to be beefing. The Little Toto special made them look like they all get along. But like last time, I'm pretty sure they were all bullying Bambi Yara in the story mode. In the last point event. Damn, Candace giving it to her, bro. So they're doing a test of courage? What does that even mean? Is that like the... Is that supposed to be the blindfold and then like squashing watermelons? When you play on PC, do you play a keyboard, mouse, or controller? Controller. I've gotten better with the PC controls. Like, I can play PC, mouse and keyboard, but I prefer not to. Playing on controller is actually quite smooth, though. Boo. This ain't a Halloween banner. Are those always been like some cave? We are in global, yeah. They're still, bro. Bambi actually gets bullied, you know. Poor Bambi. And it's just Candace doing it alone. We did 12 steps. Giselle will get put with the females, bro. And I get the joke. I don't think there's a thing called, I don't think there's a thing like a male swimsuit banner. They just happen to just mix and match sometimes, you know. They haven't done that ever, to be fair. So I see where you're coming from. I don't think there's like a dedicated male swimsuit banner though. But hey, they did Little Toto this year. I guarantee you they got to do swimsuit Giselle next year. Because honestly, at this point, who do you do next year? Before we continue with the story, who do you do next year? Because we already know what the leak is. So like that's out of the way. Kiryu and Senjumar I think are up there. Katakiri I don't see happening. Katakiri's not like that. She has like no motion. Senju and Kiryu I think are definitely up there now. Because by the time we get to that next year, they would also have like there's no new Squad Zero characters. Like the last Squad Zero character we're gonna get now is Ichibe and they're all done. So the only time we can get more Squad Zero is by doing seasonals. They can now always go back and do popular females because of the Bloodwood designs. So we could get an Orihime, we could get a Soifon. God forbid we get another Momo. They could do Ruki next year. Orihime, Rangiku, Neliel. And Giselle, I think they could do Giselle. Listen, jokes aside, Giselle's obviously popular. Like, regardless of how you feel about the character, Giselle's a popular character, right? But even from Kellar's point of view, we've gotten 2 Giselles, and they've both been crazy good, and have been the character of the banner. They prioritized Giselle over Bambietta. Granted, it was a zombie Bambietta, but they made sure Giselle was the banner character. In a banner with Arskin and Esnot, they made Giselle the character. So, I feel like we're definitely going to get Giselle SWIMSUIT next year. Also, if you go into the BBS Play Store and you look at the first image, who's that? It's like, out of all the characters here, they have the end of year units, the main character, the main antagonist, Aaroniero, a main character, and they threw in Giselle. That's so random, but like, it seems like even Ken have a thing for Giselle. Because why is Giselle here? Out of every other character in this selection, why is Giselle here? Even as a Giselle fan, I question it. Like, that's so out of place. But they included Giselle. So, you know, SWIMSUIT Giselle, I feel like could happen. They just didn't do it this year because we just got one. Yeah, Hazard, they were bad. Is it all the Bambis like trying to hide or something? Oh. Low top, oh my god. You know what I wish BBS would do? There's a lot of gacha games out there where in stories like this, they will showcase characters in outfits as a tease. Like, okay, here's their design, but you're not going to see them till like next year. I would have loved if BBS did that. They showed us a 2D art of SWIMSUIT Giselle just to show that, okay, maybe you'll get it next year, you know? So it's going to be super awkward that Giselle can be the only character in this event that has like no swimsuit. She was cooling off, I hear it. Go by yourself? These are so cruel. They did it with Kyogre? Did what with Kyogre? I forgot. We haven't got it. I'm referring to seasonal designs. I mean, Kyogre is like, we know was going to get a character, right? We haven't had a seasonal Kyogre yet in a story mode. It's freezing? Maninja. Oh my god. Hold on. Yeah. Bring it back in. Bring it back in. Set up. Alright, whatever. Let's go. Why are we playing hide and seek? What's going on? Shout out to Aaroniero for the 8 star. I think the Dev Note's alive. We reacted to it. For those that missed it, the dev comments not hinted, but said what the next co-op quest is going to be. And the next co-op quest is essentially a co-op point event, which sounds pretty cool. How good is it going to be? Unknown, but more co-op content I think is welcomed, where the push lately has been single player content over the last year or two. I feel like Giselle's going to be the one to scare Bambietta the most. Coochie Coo? Coochie Coo? Coochie Coo's a saying? Is a playful and affectionate vocalization often made by adults when interacting with babies or young children. Damn. Oh, is she tickling her or something? Okay. Coochie Coo is crazy. Hey, bro, honestly, man. We need some filler episodes in Blood Bowl. Like, not that eats into the runtime, you know? Like, bonus episodes in the Blu-rays. Just BBS point events. Giselle's the only Bambi who got a manga cover? Let me fact check that. I have no trousers on, so I have to... I'm stuck. Yes, sir. You are correct. Oh, she looks so different in this art, you know. I am sweating, man. Jesus. So hot in here. Alright. When did this test of courage end? These are, again, just burning them, man. I'm not getting no, some swimsuit vibes, though, man. Why are we in, like, this cave? Why is it a test of courage? Do you think they'll give us specific affiliation summer tickets? They didn't do it last anniversary, but they did do it when the anime was airing. So I'm not expecting it, because that seems to be the pattern when an anime season is airing. So next time we get, like, Storybook and guaranteed tickets and Quincy tickets, will likely be during Season 4 of Blood Bowl, whenever that decides to air. They could do it for anniversary. Anniversary has to be big, so we'll see. You know, 10 years, you expect some extra rewards compared to past anniversaries, so we'll see how it goes. Last year was a step up from the year before, so if they can make it better this year, that'll be good to see. Because I think many people would agree that 9th Annie was the best anniversary. You know, ignoring the characters, like, just overall what we got was very good. Always could be better, though. A dead end. Where's Giselle? Slimy? Octopus? Last time we had an octopus, characters were getting... Is Giselle? Oh my god. Hey, there we go. We got a tease. Next swimsuit Giselle's gonna have dead octopuses. Zombie octopuses. Now we're back in the ocean. Yeah, we need a swimsuit Giselle just bullying Bambiera in the soul bomb. Are they going to address Giselle not being in a swimsuit? Because last time they did. Like, I'm pretty sure Giselle and... I can't remember the context. I think they weren't invited, or they forgot their swimsuits. Or they just didn't want to be there. It was one of those. We're here in bikinis. But we know how to swim. Let's do this again. Giselle's not in a swimsuit. Are they just not going to address it? She refused to get into one last year. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it was... They didn't want to... And at least Little Toro didn't want to be in a swimsuit. What's the best way to get EXP crystals? Tenno? Go to the co-op event. Normally point event is the way to do it. The Con Soul Tree Bonanza, I believe, is also a decent way to get it alongside XP and just crystals and jewels. But if you found the Carve quest, the renewed quest, that can give you a lot of the XP crystals while giving you some good like linkshot potion drops and stuff like that. Oh, that's it for the story? Ah, that's a shame. That's a shame. That was alright. That was alright. Let's finish up in co-op. Hey, they're starting for next year. Did 10 steps and got 6 unfeatured. You somehow had worse luck than me. I get how you feel though. Mine might as well have been 6 unfeatured characters, I'm not gonna lie. Where's the photo print round 4? So here's a thought. Last time we had round 1, they announced it a week after the banner. That way people already summoned. So maybe round 4 will be next week. Super copium, by the way. There's no reason to believe this. Maybe it'll be next week, and then plot twist, the swimsuit characters are part of it. And by that point, the guild quest will be over. Everyone that was summoning already summoned. Maybe we can guarantee ourselves a Yoruichi. Or a Masaki or, Little Tom. Perhaps. If anything, though, maybe round 4, the more likely outcome is being saved for the anniversary. Where you can get past anniversary, like, original designs. Like, 2nd, 3rd, 4th... 2nd, 3rd... Maybe all any characters. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. 9, maybe. Maybe 10th. I know, like, Doken did that, and now people want BBS to do it. I mean, I'll never say no to a guaranteed any character without spending orbs. We technically had that with the photo print round 1. I'm not expecting it, just to not get disappointed, having that, high expectation. But they're saving round 4 for something. So it's either swimsuits or it's going to be original characters from anniversaries. Or just past any characters in general. Don't go in expecting new character. Guaranteed that ticket, because again, round 2 and 3 didn't, but, maybe Burn the Witch? Maybe. Maybe. But we'll find, whenever we get the data, man, we'll find out straight away who's in it. Because all the characters get shown. But I think swimsuit characters have been included. So I think it's more likely to be swimsuit characters. But then we didn't get it yet. So it's like, when are we getting that ticket? Could be with Burn the Witch. One more spot open, fellas. Please join. I need to end this stream. I'm dying. I'm dying. Marsty Marskin deserves a summer unit. Yeah, I mean, at this point, man, I'm open for male swimsuits. I don't think it's going to happen, especially once more with Blood War seasonals now happening. It gives KLab more reasons to remake past swimsuit characters. Not remake, but like, reuse the same characters. Not like they ever needed a reason. If they wanted to do another Yoruichi, they could have done it with or without the Blood War design. But yeah, they definitely have more reason now just to redo characters. Shout out to Haru. So I think the chance of us getting male swimsuits is quite low. But next year, again, going back to the possible candidates, I think Kiryu and Sanju are definitely at the top. I wouldn't mind like a swimsuit Uetsu. A swimsuit Uetsu with like his Squad Zero outfit being like a lifeguard outfit now will be kind of sick. I think Uetsu will make for a very funny swimsuit character. Imagine him in like a Speedo. Not like I want to see that, but I wouldn't, at this point in time, like we've had like 50 females to like 2 males. And a swimsuit Uetsu would go alongside Kiryu and Senju. So it'd be kind of funny. Oof. Oh, why? Unfortunately, bro, you have to disconnect. It is not connected. You had me at 0%. I think everyone had me at 0%. Damn. Well, I think for your sake, hopefully we don't get anything. Is tab join not worth unless you spend money? Personally, yeah, it's not worth it unless you spend money. I mean, there's some orbs you can get, like small amounts, but I don't think you have to grind a lot to get free orbs from those games. You got Kristen Devon 2 mollies? Yeah, she's alright there, right? Does she have a barrier? Any Nad unit with like a boost in barrier is good. There are females. Yeah, but the thing is, like, just in general, there's a reason why most gacha games don't do male swimsuits. It just compared to females, they don't sell as well. I'm sure some would want to see it though. That's why I feel like Oretsu would be like the perfect male swimsuit character, because even for those that don't want male fan service, you're gonna get a really funny character. I would like to think. Like Oretsu's just a funny character in general. But you know, I'm open for just seasonal Squad Zero at this point. Quincy's have gotten a lot of love. Let's get some Squad Zero seasonal characters. Don't have to be swimsuits. Because again, like I said, with Squad Zero, they're pretty much all done now. There's maybe like in the future one more Bankai Senjima that we can get. I believe there was one room that was included in her gameplay. And at the start of Core 3, she has the hollows that come out of nowhere. That they could turn that into something. They really can. Not in a rush to do it because we just got a Bankai Senjima, but like, let's say a year from now, if Senju hasn't had a new character in quite some time, they could probably just give us another one. And still have these somewhat new. But besides Ichibei, Futen Taisatsuyo, the only new Squad Zero characters we're going to get is with, you know, seasonals. Same for a Sangdu seasonal? Hey, maybe. Maybe. I'm looking forward to the next seasonal Quincy's. Because they've done all the popular ones. The Bambis have all gotten one. 2 now for some of them. Arskin and Esnot, like they're the popular ones. You expect them to be done relatively first, which they basically did. So who's next? Yugrim, I think, is overdue. He hasn't even had a character just yet, because he doesn't do anything until like Core 4. I'm a big fan of Kyogame. I want Kyogame as seasonal. I'll say it. I want a Kyogame. Uryu, I mean, I don't count him as the, you know, in terms of Quincy's. He is one, but like, you know, he's had chances to get seasonals and he hasn't, you know. But yeah, Mars will be a fun one. Basby and Yugrim I could definitely see you getting a seasonal banner eventually. Together. Damn, is my connection bad right now? Damn. Yeah, I don't see us getting how our characters. If it was going to happen, it would have happened. They would have done it by now. Lige? Lige would be kind of cool. I just want a new Lige. Bro, forget Core 3 Lige. Because like his Volstern ditch is quite not controversial, but it's very different to how he normally looks. And the normal base Lige looks really cool with the wings. I want a Season 2 Lige when he has the wings. I want a Season 2 Gerard when he has the wings. I want a Season 3 Pineda when he has the wings. Before we get Season 2 Pineda. Before we start getting Season 3 stuff, you know? Yeah, I want both too, but I think base Lige looks really cool. And I feel like Arskin was the last one we should have gotten. But then Arskin took the Brave House slot, so it's fine, but I'm kind of surprised they haven't like already rushed out a Pineda or a Gerard, because they're popular, they've yet to be added to the game. And they could have been added since like what? February last year? Is how long they could have been added to the game? Since Core 2 ended? Right, 2 more runs. Arskin is the most popular. It makes sense. That's why he's got a seasonal too, you know? But it's like, you kind of want to space out their releases, you know? Like, do we really want to get a Core 2 Pineda now? And then like 2 months get a Core 3? It's like kind of... Obviously, that's not going to happen. They will space them out. But it's like, how long, you know? And remember, too, Caleb have to last these core 3 characters till 11th Annie, probably. Whenever core 4... Again, if core 4 airs in January, we shouldn't see core 4 characters in-game until, like, late 2026. Really. So they have to make these characters last. Which is why they aren't, you know, rushing out. And why they slowed down, I think, this year. We've gotten a lot of seasonal banners. Probably to make up for the fact that we just got a bunch of back-to-back Blood War near the end of 2024. Yeah, we appreciate you joining. Part 2 can be Odie and Reggie? Yeah, I can see it. It's definitely up there. Part 2 can only be, like, 3 things. Yuan Ichibei, Odie Reggie, SWIMSUIT Lige. They're, like, the 3 big fights. That don't include Ichigo. But honestly, I said it. I'm down for Ichigo to be part 1 and 2. Like, that true Shikai Ichigo from Core 3 does not need to be anything but a Brave Battle character. I'll be honest. Because we're gonna get an original design Ichigo for part 1. Just throw in a Brave Battle Ichigo for part 2. You know, just let it be like that, you know? Because we have True Shikai, and we still use him, because he actually has some usage now in Guild Quest with the Stars on Plus. Katsuya and YY, by the way, if any of you see me at 0%, you have disconnected. It was YY. Oh, yeah, I appreciate YY joining. We might have to wrap it up here, because people just can't connect to me right now, apparently. Probably not happening? Yeah, it probably won't. They'll likely milk that Ichigo. But we'd maybe release that Ichigo next year. Like, you know, no one's in a rush to get another True Shikai. I'm not. We have 2 already. The Heart one's still decent. We have 4 Bring Bankai Ichigo. I'm about to get a potential original Ichigo. We do not need more, like, OP Ichigos. Future Sighty Robert will be crazy. Oryu does have 0 seasonals, right? Which is crazy because he's had 9 years to get seasonals. He has the Halloween one. Like 4-star. And he only got that because of the filler episode. Or the Kubo art that got turned into a filler episode. March End of Month should have been the... Yeah, I agree. If March End of Month was the Core 2, Pineda, Gerard, and Legion, that would have been a crazy cool banner. Especially with how they turned out too. Like, Legion could have been the Nad character like Apache. Gerard could have been the Brave Out character like Mila Rose. And then Pineda, I guess, would have been by default the SP unit. And the unfortunate thing too, because we spoke about this a lot over the last couple of years, it's kind of sad waiting for a cool character like Gerard for so long, only for him to likely end up as the Brave Out unit. You know? It will be very surprising if he doesn't end up being a Brave Out character. Because he is the most Brave Out character of all time. But luckily, he does have 3 characters upcoming. You have the end of Core 2. You have the end of Core 3 where he does his, you know, miracle. And then you have the, I think, Volsta and Ditch in Core 4, right? So he's going to at least get a SP unit, eventually. With a potential chance for a seasonal. But it's kind of funny, like, we've waited so long to get him, and he's just going to end up a Brave Out character. Which, to be fair, hopefully everyone's expecting so no one gets disappointed. But my question is, again, how are they going to make that work? Because he has to have something with reviving to make him work. Pineda is probably tricky to adapt. Core 3 Pineda, probably, yeah. But like Core 2 Pineda, literally he's just a hood. They can make that work. With like vein attacks. Core 3 Pineda, I actually don't know. They genuinely might just have Pineda in the hoods. And then the someone transforms into the hand. If they do that, it just goes to show they couldn't get it to work. With the hand. I feel like they probably can. Maybe have him in the hood, and then the saw bomb for a brief second he transforms into a hand and then goes back down, I guess. Like Esnot, kind of. Esnot's a weird one because he could have easily been in his Volstern ditch. There was no reason for him not to be. Like, the model is not that big and crazy that he can't walk around in that. And again, the visuals this character had easily could have just been the same visuals, just different model. Like, if they just kept the model as the Volstern ditch and had the exact same visuals for the strong attacks, they would have been fine. Heart stamina, only adrenaline increased attack speed by 50%. That sounds cool. That sounds cool. That would be cool to like play outside of Brave Battles as well. Hope the voting season was all Blood War. Hopefully. Yeah. I'm very, very curious to see who the characters are going to be. Because, remember, we voted for them at a time where... Oh, we got the Kisuke stage. We voted for them at a time where a lot of characters that were votable were not in-game. So, hypothetical. Imagine Giselle won. I think no matter what, people would be pissed if that happens. But, like, it would be understanding because at the time when you could vote, Giselle wasn't in the game. You know? So I'm curious if that's going to happen for a certain character that they got voted in. Because one, they're popular, but also two, because they weren't playable just yet. But then the amount of time it took for them to become playable, the amount of time it took for that banner to release, they might have had characters in the past. You know, like, again, hypothetical if it was Giselle. It might be repetitive because Giselle just had two good characters. But again, at the time, it took so long. We voted for a certain character because they weren't playable. Not to say it's Giselle, but I can't really give any other examples. Pineda, if anyone voted for him. Alright, one more run. Senjimaro and Kyoge. I don't think they'll be in the banner, but I do hope it is. They do get seasonals too. What be real funny though? Real funny. We know there's an Orient character. Now, Orient characters are characters in dresses, like Chinese dresses. What if it was a male? What would Killer have done if a male character got the most votes and ended up being an Orient Society character? I guess there's one thing we can confirm then. There is a female in this banner, because I highly doubt that Orient Society character is a male. Haven't they done that already? They've never done a male Orient character. It's all just been females. It was Kukaku, Orihime, and Orihime. And then Nelio. Oh, yes. Yeah, I mean, obviously, they wouldn't put... You know, they can easily do like a Chinese-inspired Orient for a male. Like, super easily done. They wouldn't put them in a dress, but, you know. I'd be curious to see what a male Orange Society character would look like. And again, I'm also curious when that remake is going to happen. Because remember, it's not just 3 characters that are going to be in this banner. Not to say it's a 4-character banner, but there's also a remake that's happening. I assume the remake would happen alongside new characters. So hypothetical once more. Let's say Orient Neliel won the most votes for the remake. I think that would push Kill to make an Orient banner in 2026. And include Neliel alongside 2 new characters. Lads here, Hans Risen? Probably Henderson? I probably messed up your name. Disconnect. The game ain't gonna start. It's glitched out. Yeah. I appreciate that joint. We'll make this our last run. Especially because it's hot. I need to just go outside, cool off. Probably shower now because I'm sweating. And upload the videos for the day. And relax for the rest of the day because it is too hot. They could give him dresses like Paris ones. Yeah, they'll give him like if it was a guy, they'd give him like a classy design. I think they look kind of cool. Maybe not the best example, but this is Iron Fist from this is more of a New Year's design, to be fair, but I assume it would look something like this. Like, if they were to do a male character, it would probably be along the lines of this. If they were to do an Orient male. But yeah, who do we think, before we wrap up the stream, who do we think actually won? Like, if there was a blood... Because I personally, I'm not sure if everyone voted the same. I voted for Blood War characters. I voted for characters that weren't... Like, didn't have seasonals at the time. Weren't widely in the game. So that's why I voted for Giselle. Because Giselle wasn't in game. Hadn't had a seasonal. Esnot didn't have a seasonal. It was a Blood War character. We hadn't gotten Blood War seasonals at this point. So that's why I voted for him. And I voted for Aaroniero because, like, I had to. But, you know, that obviously wasn't going to happen. Maybe, I feel like Bambi has a pretty good chance to win. I wouldn't be surprised if Bambi wins. I know, like, Caleb have been absolutely blessing Giselle, but I think Bambi should be the most popular female Stern Racer Blood War character. So, probably she got into. For males, I don't know. I feel like Ichigo, Aizen and stuff and Byakuya would win. Because, you know, they're just, like, the most popular males. Tosho, for example, but... Again, I feel like people voted in mind characters that hadn't been given seasonals. So, I don't know, but that's I would like to think people voted like that, but the general audience might just vote for, you know, they're just favorite characters. So like Ichigo and Tosh, you know, Tenfani Tosh, imagine. Yeah, dude, I wouldn't even mind the seasonal Ichigo. He's gotten, like, how many seasonal characters? 2? Now, to be fair, it's understanding why he doesn't get too many seasonals, because he gets a new character every few months. And he always part of, like, big celebrations that include Blood War, original designs, so he's had 2 seasonals. He had the New Year's. He had Spirit Society. Desert Society. And that's it. He's had 3 seasonals. It's kind of crazy to think that White Ichigo, of all people, had a seasonal before Ichigo. So Ichigo's first seasonal wasn't until Desert Society, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, and they were all kind of bad. He was kind of at the time, no guard break. This character was like one of the few characters I frenzy to, but like wasn't anything crazy. Also was bugged for like a year. And this Ichigo is actually pretty good for an epic grade farmer. Weaken defense, weakening, droplet, and also +5 potions. Like, he was actually quite good for epic grades. But yeah, other than that, it was forgettable. Quick. Oh yeah, there was the Halloween one. These ones I don't count though. Personally, I don't count these characters because this was at a time where K-Lab were doing seasonals based off the filler episodes. Actually, hold on. Maybe I'm exaggerating. Christmas characters. These weren't in the anime, were they? These are original to BBS. Because yeah, the swimsuits in Halloween were definitely like. They were based off the filler episode, right? To be fair, yeah, these were original too. And so were these. Fair enough. So funny though, look at that. Like, what? It's so funny that going back in time and looking at these old banners, like 4-star characters were promoted in the banner. And then this one here, new Valentine voices. I remember that was like kind of a big deal. They also had like a team boost attack too. You know, they had the boost SA2. That was always like a first time for these characters. So like that was a big deal. But yeah, BBS went to a different route. I think it was one Swimsuit now came out. Yeah, it was this banner here. This was like the first like standard of what you expect of seasonal banners. This got revealed like it wasn't even like a bunker live. It was like a KGS stream. They just revealed these characters. It was crazy. I fell to my knees when I saw now. But these were like always like really good characters. Like Ruroki was like the best Naj unit. Nelia was like a really good SP unit. And we just followed the ways there, like seasonal characters being good. You know, hit or miss. Not every seasonal ban was included good characters, but you know, it is what it is. Right, so weather chat. I have so many tabs pulled up. Oh, 1 second. I closed the tab that had the stream, so I can't even reach out right now. There we go. All right. Oh, we're gonna end the stream there. I appreciate that came out to the stream. Unfortunately, we couldn't end on a good, or we couldn't start the stream on a good note because I got nothing in like 2 kills, which sucks. You know, like, even though I didn't really need it, I'm kind of fine without it. I just didn't need the summon. I could have been on 9 kills right now. Could have been safe for anniversary. But it is what it is. We tried. I'll get these cards later on. You know, similar to last year, I only had Menina from the original Swimsuit Bambis, and eventually over time, they got put into a lot of banners. I have Bambi at 2.5 now. I have Candice Max Transcended, so eventually I'll collect all 3 of these units. And, you know, it sucks that I miss them now, but at the same time, in like 6 months when they become fillers on a better banner, it will make it even better banner, you know? Then I have like 6 characters to summon for, if they all get put there. With that though, it's absolutely boiling. I might have heat stroke or something. I am absolutely dying in this room. But I appreciate the catch stream. We'll do a recap on the news post today regarding the point event co-op, which I'm looking forward to, is what I'm going to call it. It's such a like small news segment, but you know, we can have a discussion about that. But yeah, take care. Also, we might be back tomorrow for the tier list. We need to mash up this tier list for the first week so we can update it. So we'll try and do technique tier list tomorrow.